Yes, Cap, you're first. Oh, that's funny. A sty? Ew. Sorry, man. Sup, Jazz? Welcome in. You stole my argument today? Yeah, that makes sense. You have to believe in my gods. The hockey gods. Was that true, eh? Might need to go get a new bag. What's up, Chixie? The Discord going nuts for the song, Cody. I know. It's crazy. Tom Wilson. Can you just call Artemis Artie? I love that. I'm stealing that. It's gonna be nice and slow because the triune debaters are alive right now, or at least Blitz is. M was funny yesterday, dude. I was going crazy. Yeah, she always calls me that. I love it. That's funny. Oh, you can't use the ad on the keyboard? We gotta get you a new keyboard. Oh, this song is crazy because it's like, this is actually something I would listen to, and knowing it's just made from Suno is absolutely fucking gnarly. But anyways, it's gonna be a little bit of a slow day since Blitz is live right now. The majority of all the theists and lack thereof are going to be over there. Yeah, I am feeling completely better now. Yeah, I'm going back to work tomorrow. Slow boy day. Ravis, you shouldn't have said that because we have a troll that's requested up. You just initiated or called upon all these slow boy Phil bros.
Oh, no.
You summoned them.
No.
Oh shit, TikTok chat. Forgot. My bad. I'm so bad at that. It's ridiculous.
You know the drill. You know the drill.
Do you want to have an argument?
Sure.
Okay.
So wait, what's your prompt this time? I am an atheist. Worship in your God. I can just appeal to what was it called? Psychophysical harmony. Number one. Number two, I can also appeal to the Pascal's wager. Go ahead.
Did you just appeal to Pascal's wager with a straight face?
Yeah.
Wait, are you an actual troll? Like, that's the most trolly thing you could say. If you knew philosophy, you would know that that's stupid.
Maybe.
That's literally the most made fun of fucking... It's
No,
a false
I don't
dichotomy,
really,
dude. It's
no,
literally
I
just
don't
made
really
fun
use
of.
that argument. I don't use that argument. I just like.
So you don't want to have an
I feel
actual
like I can
argument
use
with me, you
against
just
you.
want to
I don't
troll.
think you're that good. No, I can use the argument. I just don't think like you can beat me.
It's a false dichotomy.
Because I low-key think
Therefore, it's false.
It's a false dichotomy. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, there's 2,000 gods. It's not just your God in your heaven or nothing. It is your God versus their God versus their God versus their God versus those gods versus those gods versus these gods versus those gods.
That's why you decipher truth and false.
Yeah, your
You chose
job
which God
is
sounds
to
the
provide
best.
justification for which God exists, how you know it, and then see if I
Well,
can
no, the
agree with
Pascal's
it.
wager.
Pascal's
It gives you
wager
the
is a
option
logical
to appeal
argument
to something
that is
doesn't
using a
affect
false
humanity.
dichotomy fallacy and is not true. It's a false dichotomy. So would you like to provide something
does it
that
appeal to the
requires
false
brain
dichotomy?
cells? I just explained it. It's saying it is either this or it's this when it's not. It's actually A, B, C, D, E,
false
F, G.
dilemma. Oh, you're saying it's a false dilemma.
No, that's a false dichotomy.
Dude.
So when it's saying it's one thing or the other, it's very clearly
And
not
there's
just
other
these
options.
two
That's
options.
Low tier, low tier.
No, that's a false dichotomy.
Okay, bro, we're not doing the semantics.
I mean,
whatever
words.
dichotomy. Yeah, no, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a specific God you appeal to, right? It just means that if you appeal to God, there's no negatives rather than not appealing to God. So
There's no
saying it's a
positives
false
either.
dichotomy. You said what?
Yeah, there's no positives either because your God doesn't exist.
There's no positive. Yeah, no, what we're doing it, but like, is that internal critique or external? Right.
It's just a critique. I'm not a Phil bro.
Yeah, no, a critique has to be external or internal.
I'm not a Phil bro. Use human words. Use layman terms.
God. Yo, how is external and internal, Phillips?
Oh, I'm just not following you down these rabbit trails. Who left the meat out for the hyenas? What the fuck?
Yo, I'm crying. Yo. Did you just call intrinsic? Yo, you call intrinsic jargon? Are you serious?
I almost fell asleep there. What happened?
Yo, you're not real. You're not real. Yo, you're not real.
He's literally just a troll. It's literally all it is.
I summoned a troll.
It's literally just a troll.
I think he was the one yesterday that had an issue with my my critique of morality too.
I think he's literally just a troll. I guarantee he's an atheist.
Could be, yeah.
That was funny. Soul is also requesting up. Okay, so I'm gonna have an actual... We're gonna do an actual argument, but here's the deal. I'm not going to let you run down big-ass words and $5 fillers and blah, 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 blah. I am not a Phil bro. I'm not a philosopher. I don't know all these different epistemologies. I don't know all these different metaphysics and ideas of logic and reasoning. If you can't break it down in layman's term, then you don't even understand it. So let's have a normal human conversation and see if you can convince me. If you can't, we just agree to disagree. You don't have to cry.
Okay, sounds good. So, like, pretty much what the argument is saying that any worldview, like anything that we
Are you seriously going to
hold
bring
to,
up Pascal's
has to
wager
have
too?
like.
Wait, which argument? What?
No, that's not. No. We're talking about knowledge, right?
Well, are we?
Any
You
time
just
that we
got here.
Make.
Pause.
Oh, okay.
Slow down, dude.
So my
You're like 30 steps ahead,
Go ahead.
and you're already out of breath. Where are you coming from?
Go ahead.
What is the
I'm gonna be good
argument?
faith. Yeah. So the argument's I'm gonna try to complete yesterday's argument because I know it went kind of crazy and stuff. So I want to complete it because I think it's a very good argument,
Sure.
and I can explain to you where your worldview fails.
It doesn't. I have a lack of
Okay,
belief in
so-
something. It's not a worldview. It's a lacking of belief. You're extremely ignorant if you think
yeah, I'm
atheism
talking
is a literal belief system, and to call it a worldview is dumb as shit. What dogmas do we follow?
Well, all atheists
False.
have the
False.
same like,
False. False.
they all
Incorrect. False.
claim that God
False. False.
is not necessary.
False. False. Dude, Jesus Christ. You don't even know what an atheist is. Shut up with the definition of
Indirectly,
atheist. A means lack
indirectly,
of.
they
Theist means
negate-
belief in God or gods.
they
It's a
negate
lack of.
the necessity of God.
We're saying we have no justification
they
to believe
negate-
that
they
is
negate
true.
the
We're not
necessity
saying
of
that
God.
it is not necessarily true. We're saying there's no justified reason to believe that it is true. Do you not understand that? You are an unicornist. You don't believe unicorns exist. Prove to me unicorns don't exist now. That's not how that works, correct? Burden of proof, right? It's on
you
you.
understand
We don't have a worldview. You don't have an a leprechaun worldview. No. You just don't have a reason to believe they exist. There's no dogmas that come with it. There's no belief systems that come with it. You're not automatically a fucking flat earther because you don't believe in unicorns. This is stupid. Stop trying to
get what you're
input
saying.
something.
I
And
get
not
what you're
all atheists think the same fucking thing. There are
get what
many
you're saying,
atheists that are flat earthers. There are many atheists that believe that spirits
I
exist.
understand
Okay?
there's
We don't all
different
stop
views.
lumping us into a fucking box. Learn to learn words.
Within atheism, right? Atheism itself isn't one view. Like it is
Correct. It's not a thing. It's just a
not-
lacking of a belief, dude. It's not a belief system.
But all people that claim atheism,
Oh my
negate that
God.
God is necessary. They negate the necessity of God. That's the natural entailment of the position.
Just the natural innate implication of being a theist is the negation that the universe is necessary. I just used your argument back on you, dude. You're negating the fact
No,
about the
because-
necessity of the universe. That's all you're doing right now. Okay, now move on
not
from
what-
the
that's not what the
horseshit
theist is
meta
saying.
and justify that a God exists.
Okay, cool. All right, so now, if you're gonna have some kind of a worldview, whether it's atheistic or theist,
Oh my
whatever it is,
God.
that worldview has to be able to justify the claim to knowledge.
No, it
Do you
doesn't.
agree with this? Yes or no?
No, it
So you're able
doesn't.
to
Atheists
not-
don't claim shit, you dumbass.
You fucking slow boy, dude.
I know you
I
are.
know this is triggering for you because I'm gonna destroy your worldview, and it's scary. I
Dude,
get
you
it.
can be an atheist
Just
and not
keep
have
it faith.
knowledge in anything. You just lack evidence and
Okay,
justification
I
to
didn't
believe in
say-
God.
Okay.
You keep
you understand
lumping
what an
atheism in a
atheistic
box
worldview
with
is?
all these other. No, it's not a worldview.
So naturalism would fall under the category of an atheist worldview because it's
Some
saying that
atheists
God
are
doesn't exist.
naturalists.
And
Some
Yes, that's
atheists
what I'm
are
saying.
naturalists.
dummy,
Some.
that's what
Some.
We're not disagreeing. We're not disagreeing on here.
You're saying all, dude. Watch
my
your
goodness.
verbiage.
I never said that. I didn't say that.
Yes, you said
I
in
said
the
any
atheist
worldview that you're
worldview,
gonna
all
present-
atheists, blah, blah. Do you need me to go back 20 fucking
Any
seconds
worldview
to
that
show
you're
you
gonna
what you
present.
said? Dude, this is
Any worldview that you
obnoxious.
present needs to account for knowledge.
I
You
don't
yes or
agree
no?
with that. No. Just justify why we should believe in your God. Get off of
Hold
the
on, you don't
script.
agree that we need to justify
No.
knowledge? What?
Just justify your God, dude.
Hold on. You don't. You reject P1?
As we did yesterday, dude.
So you don't think we should have justification when we make knowledge claims?
If I am making a knowledge claim, yes. You're saying all atheists require this. No.
I moved away from the atheist talk.
Good
I
boy.
said anybody that tries to make a knowledge
I
claim,
would like to have
anybody,
justification for knowledge.
anybody. Okay, anybody that makes a knowledge claim needs to justify the
Dude,
knowledge
get to
claim.
the
Would you
fucking
agree
point.
to
Stop
that
asking
very
questions.
yes or no?
Providing evidence doesn't require asking
That's
questions.
premise one.
Am I kicking
That's
you,
premise
or are
one.
you going
That's
to just
premise
continue?
one.
Oh my god.
Are you
You're
scared of
such a
engaging? This is
troll.
so sad.
He's such a troll, dude. He's such a troll. Oh my goodness. Sandro, let's get you in here. What's up, Sandro?
Hello?
Dude, I literally have the TikTok set to 18 and older. What's up, Nathan?
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, man, you over the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
All right, which religion do you follow?
Baptist.
Okay, cool. Why should I believe in your God, brother?
Well, I mean, have you ever heard of the Fingerprint of God?
No.
Okay, it's like the Fibonacci sequence. It all equals like the mathematical equation of the waves rolling in, the ear, the way that it's curved. It's in the pineapple. It's in the sand dollar. It's in all kinds of things. They call it the Fingerprint of God.
How is mathematical consistency a fingerprint of God?
Well, it's actually even found in the universe and the stars. I mean, it's all around you.
So let me ask you the
It's in
question
everything.
for the second time. How's mathematical consistency and constant consistency and fingerprint of God?
Well, it just shows that there was definitely a blueprint when everything
No, it
was
doesn't.
created.
How does it show
That
there's a
there was,
blueprint?
you know, well, that is the blueprint. I mean,
How?
it's in everything. It
A
shows that,
blueprint is designed by someone. How is this
well, I
a
mean,
blueprint?
it's not just a coincidence. It's not just a coincidence is what I'm saying.
I can agree with that. There's still no evidence that a God did it.
I mean, somebody had to do it that knew how to do math. So it
Cool.
wasn't just,
Fucking Voldemort
I don't
did it
think
then.
evolution just did it. Maybe God did it.
Maybe the universe fucking did it, because when we talk about constants and math, we're talking about descriptions of the universe in of itself. We're not fucking prescribing anything to it. It's the universe, dude. That's all you're doing. You're talking and
Well,
describing the universe. Nothing made it. Demonstrate that something made it.
Well, it's a demonstration that there was a blueprint when it
No,
was
it's
made.
not. You are just showing that the universe is accurate in the ways that it works. Physics work in the way that they work. Space-time curves in the way that it curves. Like, show that God made it curve this way.
I mean, even the tides come in like that.
I just asked you to show
Even
how
the
God
waves
does
have
it.
that mathematical equation in it.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that a God, Voldemort,
Well,
Harry Potter, or
I can't
Spider-Man
prove that
made it.
Well, we're not talking about Voldemort, though. We're talking
Yeah, you
about
are. You're talking
God.
about a magical being that
So
doesn't
the
exist.
other thing I would tell you is, man, you know, I'll pray for you, brother.
I'll pray to Odin to you too. He didn't run that easy, did he?
I legitimately almost fell asleep. Oof.
Did he actually just run from that? Wow. No, he just turned off the app. Okay. we we got him off TikTok. We didn't even just get him off of the street. We got him off TikTok. What? What is up with all the theists bringing up Fibonacci?
Oh, okay. Like pattern that apparently is in all things. I don't know.
The
New thing I heard
Fibonacci
pop up.
conspiracy. I'm so disappointed in Raw Soul, dude.
I mean, it's the standard for raw soul.
It's just sad.
It is. I mean, it's like no degree, right? When you accept them up, you expect a certain standard. And sure, you get it, but because of that, you don't get a good standard.
What's up, Jacob?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, man, what you got for us today?
I just wanna understand your opinion on this a little bit more. If there, no, not the same thing I asked yesterday. It's different.
Dude,
If there's
what does my
what?
prompt say?
Huh?
What does
No,
my
I know.
prompt say?
Well, I know.
Do my opinions
I'm
dictate
just trying to
reality and
understand.
facts?
No, but the collective opinion.
Okay, so if you just
is
ask
how
my
we get
opinion on
facts.
absolutely everything, does it get us anywhere in this conversation at all, and does it change my mind?
It could.
How can asking my opinion on something change my mind to your opinion if you're not providing evidence to justify your opinion as fact?
How can I change your mind if I don't know your belief?
Do my
It's like
beliefs dictate whether what you say is true or not?
in conversation, yes.
How?
What do you mean how?
So if
I'm
I
like,
believe,
I've
for
been, 'cause
instance, if I believe 2 + 2 is 5 and you show me the math that it's 4, it doesn't matter what I believe. I'm going to know it's 4. If you have evidence and you have facts, my opinions, my facts, my ideas, my logic, everything I think in this head doesn't fucking matter. Just show the fucking evidence. You're wasting time.
if there isn't any evidence to prove that there is a God or isn't a God, why is being an atheist like the right choice for you?
Define atheist.
Um, the lack of, I mean, I don't really know what there's so many different kinds of variations of atheist now. It's
No,
like,
I don't change words in their fucking descriptions every day like Phil Bros. What's the definition?
I literally just remembered it.
Yeah, a lack of belief.
Someone that just the lack of belief. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
not completely not believing, but it's the
So
lack of belief
when you're
in a God.
born, you have a lack of belief in a God, don't you?
Yeah.
Therefore, everyone's born an atheist. So stop asking me to justify atheism and just justify your God.
What if there is no evidence to prove that there is a God?
Then there's no justification to believe in a God, and it's an illogical belief.
So isn't yours an illogical belief too? If there's no evidence to prove that there isn't a God?
Seriously? Is this a real question?
Yeah. I mean, you just said that believing in a God is an illogical belief.
Is it
because there's no evidence
illogical
providing
to
it.
not believe in Voldemort, Harry Potter, Spider-Man, unicorns, leprechauns, Odin, Zeus, and Bigfoot because there's no evidence to justify a belief? Think about what you just
No,
said.
but those are
There you go. It's the exact same thing. Throw
No.
God in there.
I don't think it's on the same spectrum.
It's
as
literally the
Voldemort.
exact same. Yours is a mythology, theirs are mythologies.
I wouldn't say it's a mythology if they're supposedly eyewitnesses to it. It's like Bigfoot. It's not a mythology. It's just something some people believe in, some people don't. But I don't think that's a mythology. If there are a few
It's a fucking cryptid,
people,
dude. It's a creature that doesn't exist.
It's a fucking cryptid, dude. 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 It's a fuc Right, but there's some people that believe in it because
Yeah, there's
there are
some people
supposedly
that are dumb.
eyewitness proofs to
There's
it.
some people that don't know how critical thinking works. They see something and immediately believe it. They're dumb. They're illogical. We have to test things that we see.
Okay, but you can't just believe everything that you see. Like
No.
there's some things that you
Did
have
I
to
just
believe
say
in.
that?
Yeah, you said it's illogical to believe in something that you haven't seen.
And what did I say after that?
I don't remember.
You have to test the
What'd you say?
things you see.
Yeah, but what if you can't see it? There's a lot of things that we
Then
can't
you
see that
don't
we
make a
believe in.
justified belief on something you aren't justified to fucking believe. That is illogical.
Do you believe in the Earth's core?
Yeah, there's evidence justifying that. There's
Right.
evidence
Where's the
justifying
evidence that there
oxygen.
isn't?
There's evidence justifying the moon. There's not evidence justifying your God. Stop burden shifting and provide the evidence to justify it.
What's burden shifting?
You are asking me questions to get me to answer everything about everything instead of providing the answer for why you believe in your God. You're trying to shift the burden onto me to explain everything away when you're the one on trial.
Hold on. You're like breaking out. One sec.
That one was at least better. Like you're on an upward.
Oh, he left? Oh.
Yeah, I think he might have had to restart the device he was on.
Yeah, the internet's been pretty shit over here with the weather. We actually had a tornado touchdown 2 days ago.
Yeah, we had a warning last night. We had to lock everyone in the bathroom. It was great having 5 old men and I think we have 10 interns locked in the bathroom, and I'm sitting there in the center, trying not to let them fight.
Nice. All right, and we did get a super chat, $2 super chat from Orion. God is a chupacabra, actually. Facts, brother.
I'd like to call him a cumbacabra because he's not sucking the blood.
All right, Antonio. What's up, Antonio?
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going okay. You over the age of 18?
Yeah, I'm 33.
All right, which religion do you follow?
Well, I follow Messianic Judaism.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got for
I
us?
Well, basically, I was kind of overhearing your argument. Not your argument, but just kind of talking to the guy before me, some guy named Goat something or whatever. So
Yeah, he was a goat fucker.
my whole standpoint is this. The Bible tells me that when someone is not responsive to and doesn't want to understand it, for us to wipe the dust off our feet and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Because inside your interior, you're gonna be not receptive to the
Sure.
word
And
of
what
God.
does 1 Peter 3:15 say?
Oh, yeah. So I'm just explaining my point first, okay?
Yeah,
So-
your point is contradicted by another point in the Bible.
No, the point here is that you're already coming up with the
What's
argument
1
that
Peter
you're not open
3:15?
to accepting the word of God. So no matter what anybody says, you're still gonna walk away with
What's
your
1
point.
Peter 3:15, smart guy?
No. Let me look for it right now because I don't know off the top of my head.
Good boy.
Okay, I'll Google it right now. Because no matter what anybody says, you're still gonna stick to your terms. So
Where did you get your degree in mind reading from?
I'm just telling you.
I mean,
You are? Where'd you get your degree in mind reading?
Well, the mind reading is that basically you're influenced by satanic nature. So that's
I don't
what
believe
my
in
mind reading
Satan.
is. Well, you should because he believes in you.
Why should I believe in him?
You should believe in him because you're basically influenced by him. By you
How do you
not
know
accepting
that?
Christ. Because the Bible says that those who do not
Well,
accept the
Spider-Man
light,
says that Peter Parker is climbing walls.
Well, Jesus himself said that.
Well,
And you don't
Peter
believe in
Parker
Jesus,
himself
you're
said that
devil,
he's
then there's
climbing
no point.
walls.
You know, it says
Peter
urges
Parker is
believers to
climbing
many-
walls.
Okay, well that's your understanding.
Yeah, the
your
book says so,
perception.
therefore it's true.
because your perception is different.
You're
Your
not even
perception
listening
is,
at
is,
all.
is different in mine.
So
Dude's not even capable of having a back and forth conversation.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be real with everyone in the comments. If you can present, a logical argument that follows and gives us evidence, we are very likely to treat your beliefs with at least respect and continue to explore them with you.
I don't know about treat your beliefs with respect.
Well, I mean, like, so like, reasonably speaking, if they can give evidence for their beliefs, I would respect evidence more than I respect.
That is true.
Yeah, that's.
We got a $1.99 super chat from Astral. Hey, your mods are ignoring me. I want to talk as well. What? What? Let's get hello in here. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
There you go. 57, by the way.
Okay, cool. Appreciate you. That was my first question. Which religion do you follow, brother?
I don't, but I mean, it was funny that the guy said, dust your shoes off if somebody don't want to listen, but he put his flops on and stepped into the conversation after he knew you weren't fucking listening to this shit. I don't get it. But he didn't even follow his own book. That's confusing to me.
I'm sorry?
The guy before me, he was talking about dust, the scripture, it says, if somebody don't want to listen to you after the first or second admonition, dust your shoes off, walk away. And I may be mixing that up, but he literally put his flopped on and stepped into the conversation after he knew you didn't believe the bullshit. So I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't get why people do it.
Yeah.
But they want to come up and try to make you believe something. And I walked away from it, like 3 years ago. And I'll tell people, if you want to believe in this God, don't ever study the book. Just read it and throw it in the car and warm the pew up. But don't ever study the book, because if you do, then you got a lot of conflicts going to come up. If you got any sense about you, you know, just my thoughts on, I enjoy watching you though and listening to the struggles that people have trying to justify their God.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for bringing me up, man. I'm gonna let you get on to
Have
some
yourself a good
opposition.
day.
You too.
Cool guy. Cool guy.
Look at that, man. You're getting fans already. And before you know it, you'll be applying to work on the line.
It'd be dope, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like, realistically speaking, all that they require is that you have a sufficient following and, you know, uh, like, can coherently back your beliefs.
That would be fun. We also got a new member, Truth666. Welcome to the Unicorn Cult members. Hell yeah, everyone W's for Truth.
And truth now knows the truth. The unicorn cult expands.
Yes, forever and always.
Well, masterpiece. Me personally, if you're asking me how I would like the evidence, I would prefer it empirically. But I'm I'm not opposed to accepting a logically sound argument that is backed up with sufficient historical evidence as well.
Alright, we're gonna get the YouTube call up because people are asking.
Hell yeah. I don't know how long I'll be able to stick around. I haven't slept yet.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. My little one came home from school early. So normally when I sleep when he's at school, he came home and now he's running the house like a terror.
That's funny. All right. Where's all the callers? Links up. I know a couple of you guys were wanting to call over on the YouTube.
The answer masterpiece in the comments, which masterpiece should absolutely come up. The end goal would be one of two things. To either walk away with a better understanding of both of our beliefs, or to make the other, or to lead the other into accepting your beliefs.
Yeah, Astral, don't lie. You're not in the call room. What is up? Despair.
Is my connection okay?
Um,
Is my connection okay? Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool. I just had a question. What's your claim?
Ooh, we lost you on that one.
It's so bad here. Can you hear me?
It sounds like it's trying to get better.
I was just asking within religion.
Oh, so close to hearing the question. Try again.
Better internet. 1 second.
Oh, mods, could we just get Astro muted? He's just spamming and not even requesting.
I went looking for him in chat. I'm not on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Appreciate you, Woden. That was just obnoxious. Like, I've got the calls open. If you're calling, I can see you. I can hold up to 4 guests in line. There was not a single person in there. Oh, well, that if you want to type your question in the chat, I'll answer it.
Man, how do we attract the big time crazies? Those are the ones I want to talk to. Like, I see some guys that are on YouTube. They're like, I am the first person to use a polygraph test to demonstrate the Bible is true.
Yeah, that was on the line the other day.
Yeah. Like, how do we attract that?
Raising children with religion. What are your thoughts on that?
So okay. As someone with 3 boys, I can say this much. My oldest is currently in a phase where he's beginning to explore religion. Now I believe he's doing it to get a girl, right? He's 8 years old. The girl that he's got a thing for goes to church on Sunday, and he's been wanting to go to her church on Sunday. So you know what I mean. The dots are there. But I have no issue with him exploring the religion. I just don't believe it is the parent. A parent should present it in front of them without presenting all of it. Indoctrination is a scary thing, and it can cause a lot of damage to, especially prepubescent kids' growth. You know, um, so like, I guess if the kid is ready to explore it, open the door, but don't let them shut the door behind themselves.
Yeah. I wouldn't tell them not to believe. I think the biggest thing is just teaching them how to think critically. Yeah, there's nothing wrong if they believe. I wouldn't purposefully tell them there is or is not a God, if that's more of your thoughts. I would not tell my kids that there is no God.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, like my 8-year-old asked me if there's a God, and I told him I do not believe so. And he's like, "Well, does that mean there is one or isn't one?" And I'm like I said, man, I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think I would do similar. Like, well, what do you think? Like, switch it around on them and get them to think about it. Oh, Astral
Yeah.
finally requested in the queue. Astral, how's it going? Astral, you are on. It looks like you're trying to get your mic working. Yeah, can't hear you over here, man. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, we tried. We tried.
Maybe he can fix it and try again.
Yeah, possibly.
Ego death or ego unalivement for TikTok purposes. All right.
What are some good questions for my kid to ask at this church group she goes to?
I mean, I would personally say the first thing you do is not feed your kid questions, right? Ask your kid questions, and maybe she will bring them to her church group. But I wouldn't give her like a list of questions to ask the church group because it feels as if you were leading her to ask those questions, and because she didn't think of them, her mind won't have a follow up.
That's true. Like, what kind of questions do I ask her? I'm so confused.
I mean, if she believes, I think your first question would be to ask her
Hey, what's up,
why.
man?
How's it going?
Well, it's going good, man. How are you doing today?
Wonderful.
You're friendly, aren't you?
No, I'm a Christian.
Okay, yeah. You do your own lives, don't you? And debates.
Yes.
That's yeah.
Yeah, I do. They usually don't get many people because usually they get censored pretty quickly.
Yeah, I feel
But
that.
yes, I like to do lives.
Yeah, your name's been. I've heard it quite a few times this week. Oh, what you got for us today, brother?
Well, I guess to answer the prompt, I guess from the Christian perspective, why should an atheist believe? I guess that depends. A lot of times, a Christian might not think that an atheist should believe because they may think something, depending on what kind of atheist you are. If you're one who says, there is no evidence for God, or I have no reason to believe in God or something, then the Christian may just think that that person would be someone who they would feel would not be someone interested in believing to begin with. So it
So,
really just depends on who you're talking to.
do you believe in unicorns?
Do I believe in unicorns?
Mm-hmm.
As in, believe they're real?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Would you say they aren't real?
Well, the Siberian unicorn apparently was real, but
I'm talking about the
the
metaphysical
unicorn,
rainbow.
the unicorn that we think of in fairy tales and stuff,
Mhm.
no, I wouldn't say is real.
Right. So it's not real, right? You have no reason to believe it.
Sure.
Can you prove that? Prove they aren't real.
Can I prove it? No.
Right. So that's what's going on here. We have no reason to believe in your unicorn. And you're telling us that we need to prove that it's not real. No, it's your burden to prove your unicorn.
Well, no, I'm not saying you need to prove it's not real.
Cool. If you have no reason to change our mind, then there's no purpose for you being here.
Well, I'm saying that if you believe the Christian, what the Bible says, then we would just have to believe the atheist is lying to begin with.
Well, then
That
that
they
would
do
be
have reason
really
to believe,
bad
they're just
mind
claiming
reading.
they don't. What's that?
That'd be really bad mind reading.
Well, I mean, it is the case that if you're a Christian, you would obviously believe the Bible is divinely inspired by God, and you would believe these passages to be true, because it wouldn't make sense to say, well, I'm going to take the atheist word over what the Bible says.
You
That
realize
makes
the
sense?
Bible isn't proof of the Bible, and that's begging the question, right?
Well, when you hold to the Christian worldview and you believe certain premises like that the Bible is divinely inspired, that all scripture is God breathed, and then scripture says that man is without excuse because God has made it sufficiently known that he is who he is since the beginning of time, then obviously the Christian would have to go with what scripture says. They couldn't take the word of the atheist.
So,
They'd have to say, well, the atheist is being dishonest here.
yeah, how do you feel about your dishonesty towards the Muslim God?
My dishonesty towards the Muslim God?
Mhm.
Well, I believe that the Muslim God, they're most likely worshiping some sort of demonic entity or something like
Well,
that.
that's not what the Quran says. And if you believe that the Quran is divinely inspired like it says, then you should take it at its face value, correct?
Well, if I believe the Quran, then I should be a Christian.
No,
Because the Quran
because
affirms
Allah is the
gospel.
one true God and Jesus is not the Messiah. He's a
I
prophet.
don't think you heard what I said here. The Quran itself in Surah chapter 5 actually affirms the gospel as being true
Yeah,
and
it
the Torah
does.
as being
No.
true. And that
Mm.
Jesus is the fulfillment of the Torah.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
yeah.
Have you read
Okay.
chapter 6?
So then I would have to say, well, if
But
I'm going to
it does
believe
not grant
the
Jesus
Quran,
being the
then I'd have to
Messiah.
believe the gospel. Well, that's why you have the Islamic dilemma here.
Yeah, it's all a dilemma.
Which
So why aren't you a Muslim?
because of the Islamic dilemma, obviously, and because God revealed himself through Jesus Christ, not through Islam to me.
To you, cool. Muslims disagree.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see what I'm doing
Well,
here, do you?
Muslims don't believe that Allah intimately revealed anything to him because they believe that Allah, you can't know Allah because he's so no one can know Allah.
Can you know
It's
God?
another contradiction ironically, another contradiction in the Quran.
Can you know God?
Where they claim you can know exist, but then they're claiming that he's unlike anything in human experience.
Yeah, can you know God?
Yes.
Yeah. What's his purpose for the allowance of genocide and grape throughout all of history and today?
Probably God, free will. God allows people to reap what they sow, you could say.
But he made those people. He made the grapists,
Sure,
and he knew that he was going to grape them. So it's actually him causing the grape to happen. So how do you explain that?
Well, God can know what someone can freely do in all circumstances.
No, he knew that they were going to do a period before they were made.
Well, he also
So he
knew that
made a
people
grapist
would.
to grape. And also remember the part where he says, I am the Alpha,
would
I
say
am
he
the
made the
Omega, all
grapist
things
to grape?
happen in accordance to my plan. So that means it's in accordance with his plan for people to be graped.
Well, the Bible says God's not wishing that anyone should perish, but all come to repentance. So there are some
He can
things
say
he can
that
do
and then contradict it by saying that all things happen in accordance with his plan. I create good, I create evil.
Well, what passage you're talking about that says all things happen in accordance with his
Oh,
plan?
yeah. Let me bring it up.
And see if that contradicts God's not wishing that anyone should perish, but all come to repentance.
He doesn't wish anyone to perish. Why do they perish?
Because they choose to, free will.
No, we don't choose to die. No one chooses to die.
Well, you do.
I thought he wishes for people to not perish. I thought he was all powerful.
Yes, God is not wishing that anyone should perish, but all come to repentance.
Well, I have nothing to repent for.
Well, I mean, okay. I mean, I guess that's
Yeah,
what
sin
you
doesn't
believe,
exist. The
and,
definition of sin is to miss the mark. What am I missing the mark on?
well, obviously, the 10 Commandments.
Well, so does God.
P1.
Remember in 2 Kings when he slaughters 42 children with 2 bears because they called Elisha bald? Or remember when
That's
he
not
slaughtered the
violating.
Canaanites, including the men, women, and the children, and the pregnant women? Remember that part? That's murder.
Oh, you
That's
think
unjustified
God
murder.
violate the 10 Commandments?
Yeah, he did because he unjustly murdered.
Okay, so if he's the giver and taker of life, how can he do that?
Well, he's contradicting his own commandment, do not murder unjustly, and he did when he slaughtered babies.
By definition,
So in
God
accordance
cannot
with his
murder.
own, yeah, he did by literal definition. All
No, by
definitions
definition, God
justify in
cannot.
accordance with the Bible that murder is the unjustified taking of a human life. So in
Yes.
accordance with unjustly taking not
God
even
cannot
born
do that.
babies' lives, he can and did because he took the lives of
No, I'm
babies.
saying he
Did he
can't.
take the lives of babies?
Because God, by definition,
Did he take the lives
only
of babies?
Yes.
Okay,
He did
so
do
then
it
you're special
unjustly.
pleading. How is it how is it
Well,
just?
obviously I'm special
I
pleading
want
to
you
God.
I want you to defend the
You know-
slaughter.
you know,
Nope, pause. You're not pivoting. You're in a corner.
No,
I want you
I'm
to
going
defend
with
the
what
slaughter
you're-
of
I'm going with
babies.
what you're saying.
I want you to defend the slaughter of babies.
Okay, premise 1, if God's the giver and taker of all life and everything belongs to God, then God can take the life of a baby. Premise 2, God is the giver and taker of life and everything belongs to God. Conclusion, God can take human life.
That's literally begging the question because your conclusion is fit into premise 1.
Okay.
You want to
so
use an actually sound argument? Or
you know what? Did you know that all deductive arguments were begging the question?
false? What's the definition of
Yes,
begging
it
the
is.
question?
I don't think you've actually looked
What's the
into what
definition of begging the question?
It means that you're starting with the conclusion.
Yeah.
So what happens?
Yeah,
is
so the
you
way
think
deductive
something like
logic
this.
is supposed to work is you have premises external of the conclusion that help justify
No, a
externally the
deductive argument is
conclusion.
essentially
So it's
begging
going to
the
be
question.
evidence that justifies the
Because your
conclusion as true.
conclusion is
So
starting
for
in the
instance,
first premise,
all
and it is
men are
ending in the
mortal.
conclusion. That is
Socrates
by
is a man,
definition
therefore Socrates
begging the
is
question.
immortal. I did not say that Socrates is immortal in premise 1 or 2. Yeah, you have to pay attention and listen to be able to get what's going on.
Say it again. I'll explain why.
Yeah, it helps when you don't talk over. So, premise 1, right? Okay, all men are mortal. Where's Socrates in P1?
Okay. And begging the question is saying all men are mortal.
No, it's not.
Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates.
No, it'd be begging the question if I said Socrates
Yeah,
is
so
immortal.
look this up because philosophers.
Yeah, you
will
do need to
admit
look
that
this up.
technically,
So
by
in
definition,
P1,
a
where does it say
deductive argument
Socrates?
will always.
Where
beg
does it
the
say
question.
Socrates?
You can't get around that.
Where does it say Socrates in P1?
William Lane Craig, for one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that stupid joke.
You don't like William Lane Craig? He's a philosopher, a theologian. You think he's wrong? Because when he was criticized about the
You're just here to preach, aren't you?
They said it was begging the question.
You're just here to preach, aren't you?
How all of these arguments are technically begging the question.
Are you capable of shutting the fuck up?
I'm capable of teaching you something.
I'm trying to teach you something, son.
That's no degree. He's the T-move version of Darth Dawkins.
Apparently. That was rough. Rawr. Do. Here, I'm gonna let you take this one.
Okay. Chuck, can we get your age for TikTok terms of service? Chuck, could we perchance get your age for TikTok terms of service? Chuck, do you happen to be there? Hey, Chuck, are you aware that you requested up? All right. Yeah. Unfortunate.
Hello.
What is up? You over the age
Can
of
we get your
18?
age for TikTok terms of service, man?
Hello. Good day. So I'm interested in a topic. I'm an atheist. Why should I believe in your God? I just have some few questions I want to ask you. Basically, I'm not coming here to make you believe in my God.
Well, you should, because
But
the
I
prompt
wanna,
is, why should I believe in your God? Do you want to answer the prompt, or should I drop you?
of course, I want to answer the prompt, but
Wonderful.
basically, it's your choice. So I just want to.
Neo, how are you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing all right. You're over the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
All right. Which religion do you follow?
For the sake of this argument,
Nope.
secular.
What?
Yeah, secular theist.
What God do you believe in?
Just a God. I'm not sure what he is.
Okay. Cool. Why should we believe in a God?
Why should we believe in a God?
Mhm.
I think, first I wanted to see if we're on the same page.
You're a
Is it
secular
fair to
theist,
say,
which is a contradiction, so we're not on the same page, but go ahead.
anyways, can we agree that God is supernatural and
Nope.
it's
I don't grant
No,
that it
you can't.
exists. Is it a metaphysical thing, is what you're trying to ask?
I would say it's outside of our understanding.
I do grant that the definition defines it as such.
Okay, so then my point here is that there wouldn't be
Well, it's not possible, Neo. It's illogical.
What's not possible?
By your definition, it's not possible. It's illogical. He defies
What's
the laws
illogical?
of logic. You just said that.
Right, but by that, right, you would also have to say it's hard to have evidence for something that would
It's
defy.
really hard to have evidence for things that don't exist. I agree.
Well, in my view, it does exist. It just
Demonstrate
like you
it.
said.
You just said it's not logical. You just said it's not logical. So why the fuck would I believe something that's not logical? I'm not illogical.
Okay, so if it were logical, it'd be supernatural, right?
No, not necessarily. But do you have any justification to believe that it even exists in the first place?
I think that just to understand your views, I guess you believe in abiogenesis and evolution.
It doesn't matter what I believe. Why should I believe in a God? Did a God make people?
I believe so, yeah.
Wonderful, demonstrate that, because that's a biological, empirical, scientific claim.
Okay, so then how do you think?
Oh, it doesn't matter what I think. You're the
yeah.
one with the claim that God made biology, so prove it.
Okay, so I wanted
Nope,
to
you don't
ask
need to
some
clarify
questions to
anything
get.
about that. You have a claim on the table that your God made biology, which is a scientific claim. So I need
Okay, sure,
scientific
fine.
proof.
Okay, fine. I'll bring up my argument. So then, when have we seen?
Nope, that's not required. You are the one justifying the belief that a God made this thing. I don't have to
Sure,
answer
order and
questions.
design and fine tuning.
So
Order and design and fine tuning.
again, demonstrate that God did it. And also, you're avoiding the topic of biology and running over to cosmology now. So this is kind of pathetic. Do you know what you're talking about?
I mean, why do you have to come across like an arrogant fuck though?
I am. So do you have any justification that God made biology?
I get that, man. Yeah, I do actually, yeah.
Wonderful, provide it.
He created everything.
That's a claim. Congratulations.
Okay, do you believe in
It doesn't matter what I believe.
panpsychism?
You believe that God created
Okay,
biology, so
in
demonstrate
the
that
theory
God
of
created biology.
panpsychism, everything is
I'm sorry, that's not what I fucking asked you. You said God created biology. Prove that scientific claim. I'm gonna give you one more chance.
I can't prove that.
Right, because it's not true. There's no demonstration for it at all. All you can do is say it's true. That's all you can do. I can also say unicorns made us. And when you ask me to prove it, I'm going to say, oh, it's just true. That's exactly what you're doing. Oh, God made it. Okay, prove it. Oh, I can't prove it, but you can't prove it's not. Huh? Come on, let's use logic and critical thinking here.
I mean, logically, you can conclude that God created all of this.
No, I can't, because logic still requires evidence, dude. Logic doesn't make things exist. It works with what already does exist.
What do you have evidence for abiogenesis?
I'm not talking about abiogenesis. We're talking about your burden, which is your God made human beings. Prove it.
We both don't have enough evidence to prove it.
You really suck at burden shifting. Like, it's grade A, philosophy 101 pathetic.
I think it's pretty pathetic how you're talking about the Bible, and I bet you're pro-choice. So I think that's pretty pathetic. How you try to judge a God, and then you're probably a hypocrite.
Talk about a red herring.
Neo, that's a red herring. I understand that.
No, it's the truth.
I understand that you're not sure what a fallacy is, but that's a red herring fallacy. Do you want to be taken seriously in this conversation, or would you like to attempt to get your next one up?
I really don't care what you guys think. You guys are arrogant fucks, so
yep,
it's all right.
You
guys are sitting here as if like it's an inconvenience.
Aw, I'm sorry. Your mom should have swallowed you. Anyways, I mean, I'll be real with you guys. Everyone down in the comments, all 81 of you and however many of you are on YouTube, I'm in a really chill mood today. I'm going to meet you where you're at. But the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to come up in our house. Well, Cody's house, right? I'm just sitting on his lap, right? You're going to come up in Cody's house and you're going to shit on his floor, stare him in the eye and say, I don't care what you think. Get the fuck out. Just leave. You don't have to be here.
Oh, that was hard. I need another cup of coffee. Do you have powers to add people?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go on ahead and start the next one.
Yeah, but before I add anyone up, we'll do a quick ad break. Yeah, I like doing ad breaks because it reminds you guys down in the comments. There's 81 of us here. If we all do a little bit of tapping, we can raise those likes up. If you haven't sent your daily heart meat, it's only 1 coin. I understand if you don't have the 1 coin, 100% cool. But the daily heart meat does help us get out to the algorithm. And if you go down to the bottom and you hit that arrow and hit repost and copy link, that'll get us out there even more. And we have a better chance of getting people who aren't going to walk into Cody's house and shit on his floor. We also might get more. So, we'll figure that out as it comes. Anyways, we will see who's next on the list. You know what? Neo, I'm going to give you another chance. Hey, Neo, would you like to take this next chance, or would you like to continue where we left off?
No, I just want to let you know you would never say that to my face. So, keep acting like a tough guy. No, you wouldn't.
I was a bitch. Bye, Neo. Anyways, to the next person. Gamer Boy 8. Gamer Boy, give me 1 second. Let me just update Cody on what happened there real quick. Neo re-requested up. I told it I wanted to give him another chance. He immediately said that I would never say that to his face. I absolutely would, and so I dropped him again.
Dude,
But
Ravis is
anyways,
the equivalent of a sumo wrestler. You ain't gonna do shit, Neo.
I am. I have that Hawaiian build, unfortunately. It doesn't mean I'm strong. I might go down with one punch, but I might not. We gotta experiment with it a little bit. You know what I mean? Your mom definitely didn't go down with one punch, so like we'll see how much pounding she can handle. I mean, we can handle. Anyways, gamer. What can we get your age by chance?
23.
Hell yeah, man. Do you believe? What religion do you follow?
Uh, honestly, I'm kind of leaving right now, so
Hell yeah, man. We love deconstruction. May I ask what religious persuasion you followed previously?
Christianity.
Christianity? All right. Just for my clarity, Cody doesn't always ask this question, but I like to ask it. What flavor of Christian were you?
Yeah, dip my toes in a bit of Catholic.
Heck yeah. Gotcha. So based on the prompt up there, because you're leaving, I'm not sure you would want us to. Do you have any questions for us?
Uh, nah, nah.
Gotcha. And I hate to sound rude, but then what brings you up by chance?
I was gonna ask something, but it was gonna sound dumb, so like never mind about that.
Ask it, bro.
My friend.
Uh, what made you? What made you leave your religion, if
Yeah,
you had one?
Ravis, you want to go first?
Sure. So I was a deeply, deeply devoted Catholic for until I was 20, right? I I went all through high school through AP classes, thinking that the works that I'm going to do when I was older was going to glorify God. Um, but I had a traumatic experience when I was a lot younger. And it uh it threw me deeper in the faith at the time, but afterwards, now it's tore me further away. But anyways, the long and short of it is that um, through studying the Bible, um, the philosophers that research the Bible, the biblical historians, and biology, I've discovered the God in this book is full of shit, and there's no reason to believe in him.
It was kind of my point, really.
Yeah.
There was also a few other things, really, to be honest.
Right. I mean, the Bible literally says that rabbits chew cud. Rabbits don't have a second stomach to chew cud. That's ridiculous.
It also says donkeys can talk.
Yeah. My main point was my main point on leaving Christianity is just realizing that it is a very viewed book of fairy tales, I feel. And I got this because, people, I heard, my uncle, he said he was in the military. So he died, but another soldier said that God protected him. So that just made me wonder, why didn't God protect my uncle? So I just, yeah.
Yeah, that is a true philosophical problem of evil.
But yeah, that's all I'm gonna add.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair enough, brother. Many people tend to deconstruct after events like that. I'm sorry to hear about it. I appreciate you requesting up. We do have a Discord with lots of other deconstructing people. If you do want to join that, the link's in the TikTok bio. We have a lot of deconstructors, atheists, Ravis. I got some people that like one of my good friends, Johnny Be Good here on TikTok, is on that Discord. He's actually he's a Norse pagan, but lots of people from all sorts of different walks that we can chat with, and there's a really nice, very welcoming, very friendly community.
give it a join. But see you later.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate you coming up. You have yourself a good day.
You too.
Was a kind soul. Oh my God, he said soul.
Absolutely not a stupid question either.
Yeah, no, that's not a dumb question at all.
By all means, ask our backgrounds. Like, taking the analogy of coming into our house, right? You don't walk in when you walk into a stranger's house. The first thing you might ask is, "Wow, where did you get that painting from?" That's not a silly question. That's absolutely a valid question. You want to learn about the person who you're staying in the house of.
Yeah. Or you just walk in there and take a shit on the hardwood and call
Well,
yourself Kiki and Russell.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think Russell's like a shaking chihuahua. He comes in, he shakes a whole lot, and then he poops on the floor. Like that's all it
That's
is.
such a good
At least
analogy.
at least Kiki yells a little bit, you know.
Does he? I don't think I've ever heard him yell. He's always been super calm on my streams. I also, though, saw his stream the other day. I think he lies about his age. I think he's like 16.
I have heard that as a rumor, but I have not confirmed that. So
Yeah, I don't think I can allow him up anymore because he looks prepubescent.
yeah, it's something that you gotta be very, very careful with.
Yep. Okay, Odin wants to go outside, and he is barking at me, so I'm going to go let him outside real quick. If someone comes up, you can obviously let him up.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone who wants to request up? Cody's away, so we can shit underneath his couch this time. So like that way, a week later he finds it. No. um, I unfortunately I have no ability to bring the YouTube people up. It's just over here on TikTok. So if anyone wants to request on TikTok, um, we're I'm in a chill mood. I should have been asleep 4 hours ago, so we are accepting the insomnia today. It's from your heart. Go look up yonder, then yourself. Okay. Well, I suppose if it's from my heart, it must be blood, right? Because blood's the only export of the heart. For like using this analogy. Well, I mean, the brain certainly isn't programmed. The brain isn't a program. So that's another silly analogy. I mean, I'll let you have it, but like, it is a little silly, don't you think? Oh, you're right, V. I am silly too. But when I am making a claim, I back my claims. And so the difference here would be backing claims is going to inherently make me less silly than someone who makes a claim and doesn't back it.
Yup. Oh, man. My shoulders.
Well, I don't believe I've made a claim, if I'm being real with you, V. Perhaps you could say that me calling you silly was a claim. But oh, you're mirroring me. Interesting. Man, I haven't mirrored anyone since kindergarten, I believe. Well, that might not be true. I'm autistic. I'm sure I mirror people all the time without knowing it.
I don't want to leave the God people alone. I want them to cry. Sorry, Dream.
Why should you bother people about it? Just play the God people alone. You shut the fuck up and leave the not God people alone.
Mm-hmm. How dare you come over
What
here and
kind
attack us for our beliefs?
Yeah.
Why are Christians always attacking the atheists? Oh my god. It's only the atheists they come after.
Atheists are the most persecuted people.
Our lack of beliefs, that's true. Good catch. Go attack the Muslims. Stop attacking atheists. What did we do to you?
I mean, listen, it is logically sound that it is illegal in more countries to be an atheist than it is illegal to be a Christian. So, we are technically more persecuted.
Please. What is the deeper understanding of your atheistic belief? I don't have an atheistic belief. I am an atheist, which means I lack a belief. You're an atheist if you're a Satanist, right? And there's no deep understanding. It's just simply a lack of belief.
Yeah, they think that because we have questions, it makes it more true. I mean,
I wonder what kind of a wand Harry Potter used.
didn't they like specifically describe it?
They did. I wonder if the laws of physics would align with Harry Potter and the wizarding world. I wonder if Harry would be able to Avada Kedavra in New York City. I wonder if... Oh, I'm asking questions about Harry Potter. It must be real. I must secretly believe in Harry Potter now.
Like, I often wonder how Spider-Man has super strength when spiders don't have intense strength compared to their body mass, such as ants do. Like,
Oh
where did they
shit.
get that?
I never thought of that.
Where did they get that from? Like, I have a feeling they just fused a bunch of insects together, and but like realistically speaking, the question then comes, also, why doesn't he shoot webs out of his butthole?
Man, Christians
What's
think
up with
about atheism constantly. They're always thinking about the lack of belief in a God as if they want a lack of belief, or maybe they're just accepting the truth that they don't believe and they're just coping with the words I believe. There's no such thing as a Christian, it seems. I don't think there is such thing as a Christian.
Well, certainly not. There's no such thing as a true Christian.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know why they're always talking about atheist. They're so interested in the lack of belief. Truth Dog is such a fucking idiot boomer.
I mean, he's Truth Dog. You are more than welcome to come up and ask any question you'd like, as long as you don't poop on our floor. Now I gotta find an artist and get a caricature of you with a spray bottle spraying no degree and tell him to stop pooping on your floor. Make it into a shirt. Might be overly complicated. This might be the tired talking.
Yeah, why are all these Christians always in our lives? They're so curious about facts and honesty.
He's gonna ask. Oh, you know what? I can't. I don't need to turn the stove on. In fact, I can boil water with my mind.
Neither do you, Athari.
Athari, you're Orthodox, which means you also do not have objective morals. So I would consider not shitting where you eat.
Yeah, your morals are dependent on the mind of God, therefore subjective by definition.
unless I'm wrong, and Orthodox have found the answer to the the trilemma. Sorry, I can't remember what it's called. The one where it's our morals, do morals come from God because God is good, or are morals good because they come from God?
Right.
And even then, it's subjective. It just is subjective in a different light. I'm putting away swords.
Swords?
Yeah, I have like,
I want a sword.
I have 6 training swords that I had out this weekend, so we're putting them away. HEMA is a good workout. Heck yeah. So someone said that they bought a sword at Ren Fair this weekend.
Hell yeah. I want to go to the Ren Fair, but I don't have any friends that go to them.
If you're nearby me, I'm more than willing to carpool.
Sadly, I don't think we are.
Yeah, I'm in Michigan.
Yeah, you Princeton boy.
Well, that was when I was in New Jersey.
No. I don't think I've ever been to Michigan. Go to Ren Fair and make friends. That's actually a really good point. Does it cost money to go to Ren Fair?
A little bit. Most Ren Fairs will just take a donation, but some have a set amount. But if you choose the right day, most big Ren Fairs have what are they called? Group days where like if you're alone, they'll group you up.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
It comes with its own risk though, because if you hate your group, you're in the group.
Oh my
but
God, V, shut up. John Wick. Okay. Hello, John.
You. What's happening, my brother?
Baba Yoga.
What's that?
You're over the age of 18?
Yo, can you hear me?
Nope.
You can't. Alright, so you said I'm atheist, why should I believe in your God?
Are you over the age of 18?
Of course.
It's not really enough course.
So,
which religion do you follow?
I'm a Muslim.
Jesus Christ, what is up with the fucking arrogance, my guy? Do you want to have a nice and pleasant conversation or act like you are God? Jesus, chill the fuck out on the fucking roid pills. Okay, yes, we are simply asking... Your fucking demeanor, dude. Your demeanor makes me look like a nice guy, and that's ridiculous, because I'm not.
What are you talking about, bro?
Of course, mate. Like your entire demeanor. Of course, mate. Well, Muslim.
I said, of course. Bro,
it wasn't, of course. It was, of course.
You're a little snowflake, my bro. If you're getting
my
upset
bruv.
like that, bro, you're a little snowflake.
I do like your accent, though.
Listen though.
Yeah, so why should I be a Muslim?
Now forget about that. Let's talk about
what the fuck?
If God exists.
Okay.
Cause you're saying you're atheist, innit? I want to argue whether or not God exists. Forget about religion. Forget about religion for now, innit? So how do you believe? How do you explain the creation of the universe?
It's not created. How do you demonstrate that it is created?
Alright, would you say that it's eternal?
Would you say that it was created?
Sorry?
Yeah, would you say it's created?
Yeah.
Why do you know it's created?
Because it had a start point.
Says who?
Says science.
Where?
For example, the Big Bang Theory. What
Define the Big Bang Theory for me.
do you mean define the Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, tell me what the Big Bang Theory is. Because you don't know it.
I don't know, but listen, there's another one. Yeah,
NT,
the
bruv.
expansion of-
It was a nice try, though, ain't it?
Yeah, just hold on.
Yeah, can you demonstrate that God created the universe?
Yeah, bro. All right, cool. Is the universe expanding?
I don't know. Did God create it? Your burden-shifting powers do not work here, young Jedi. Did God create it?
Brother, you got
Brother, you gotta work with me, brother. You are the one with the burden. You are the one claiming that a unicorn made things. Prove it.
Okay, cool. And I wanna.
You're on trial.
All right. Hold on. Do you believe? Because I wanna.
Do I believe? I don't know. That's a good question. Do you believe God created the universe? If yes, prove it. If not, fuck off.
You just here for rage baiting, my bro.
I know you are, but what am I? My apologies, Kalasia. You are what you eat. Thank you.
Anyone else here? There's no point of joining this, bro. There's people that are ignorant.
Ignorance means lacking knowledge. Can you demonstrate that I lack knowledge on the creation of the universe by providing evidence to justify that you know that it was created with evidence that makes me less ignorant?
Listen, people do not join this live, bro, because this guy is ignorant. He's not trying to learn, bro. He's not trying to...
John.
Man, he's not trying to talk. He's just going to keep on muting me like a puss.
John.
I'm not muting you.
Sweetie, I'm muting you.
Bro, so why are you muting me? Why does no one want to have a discussion, bro? You lot are just on this rage baiting.
John, bitch boy. Shut up and listen for 2 seconds.
About bitch boy, bro.
He sounds like Phoenix from Valorant.
Ask your mom if I'm a bitch boy.
Ask your man?
Ask your mother
What?
if I'm a bitch boy.
She said I wasn't.
Ask your mother if I'm a bitch boy. Ask your mother if
Damn. I was literally about to say, hey, let's redirect. I was about to redirect the conversation because I was like, man, maybe this just got on the wrong foot because I noticed that you immediately didn't like his tone. And I was like, hey, maybe this was on the wrong foot.
I want to apologize on behalf of Britain for that.
Like,
he sounded so much like Phoenix from Valorant. I fucking loved it.
Yeah. He couldn't take his mom's balls out of his mouth to fucking focus on the conversation for 2 seconds.
Oh, that was awesome. I love people like that. It just gives good. Oh, hey, we got someone over on the.
Yes.
Hello, governor. You are unmuted now.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can. You over the age of 18, brother?
Yeah, I'm over the age of 18.
Okay, which religion do you follow?
Christianity.
Cool. What you got for me today, brother?
So I don't really have anything to prove, right? Because you can't disprove or prove it. So I think debating and what you do is really stupid and illogical.
So why are you wasting your time coming to watch me waste my time?
Because it's a waste of time, and we can waste our time together.
Cool. Let's hold our hands.
Yep, I'm holding your hand. You holding mine?
I'm holding your hand.
Perfect, man.
Mwah.
That's what my main tangent here is. Why you choose to kind of
I'm just a time waster
online.
Ah, damn it, now I gotta drop you. I love that they think that insults hurt my feelings. It's hilarious.
Like, guys, I've seen what makes you clap. You know, I've seen what gets you excited. Your insults mean nothing to me.
Facts, Brent. Oh.
Yo, what's up?
Syllogism.
Yeah. So your prompt is, why should I believe in your God?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to give you the reason why you should believe in my God, or just believe in God in general?
Oh, you're actually here to have an honest conversation. Cool. Are you over the age of 18?
Yes.
Okay, which religion do you follow?
I follow Islam.
Okay, cool. Yeah, provide the evidence.
You want for Islam?
Don't care.
I
It'd be
mean,
kind of stupid for you to provide evidence for Vishnu if you're a Muslim, though.
I mean, I'm asking, do you want proof
I don't
for
give a
like
shit.
for
Do you want to
Islam?
provide evidence or not?
Sure.
Best of luck, soldier.
I don't mind. So let's prove Islam is real. Yeah, first we can go to the miracles of Islam. For example, the Quran, I believe, is a miracle. We can go to the linguistic miracle of the Quran. Are you familiar with it?
Nope.
Yeah, so one of the main points of the linguistic miracle of the Quran is going to be the advanced Arabic and the dictionary provided for the 6th century Arabians.
Ravis, is there any
which
chance you want to take this one? I did like 7 prophecies yesterday.
I mean, I suppose.
Do you have your computer where you're at?
Yeah, I can get to it.
Okay, cool. Because I did like fucking way too many prophecies yesterday for, I think I talked to like 6 Muslims. Was it yesterday or the day before then? We did like fucking 12 of these. It was redonkulous. And I just contradicted myself 30 times, plus another one with that. But yeah, just hold on for a second. What can we call you at?
Just call me At, is good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to say is not a single prophecy has ever been filled in the human history. How do I know that? Because something correlating slightly with what a book says doesn't equate to a divine interaction. You have to actually provide justification that a divine causal created the effect, which has never happened in human history ever.
We can go to God existing as
Your
well.
texts go along with numerology to such a degree that it's pathetically embarrassing. So that doesn't fucking work. So yeah, if Ravis is okay going through your silly wannabe prophecies, then that's cool. I'm not fucking wasting the time on that.
So first off, I never started by prophecy. I said the linguistic miracle. There's a distinction
Miracle,
between miracle
prophecy, neither of which exist. Don't care.
Not the same. Wait, miracles don't exist.
Yeah. Have you ever been able to demonstrate that a divine causal mechanism caused an effect?
I can prove the necessity of God.
Provide me one miracle that was tested to know that a divine hand caused the effect of whatever happened.
Wait, I can bring you the yes. As I was saying about the linguistic miracle of the Quran.
Linguistic is not physical. You're about to tell me something about something lining up with something.
You want physical proof for God?
Well, so here's the thing, right? Okay. If I wrote a sentence that has never been written before, would that be incredible?
It's not just writing a book that is not ever written before.
I'm asking this question for a specific reason.
Do you want just to go to the proving necessity of God?
Would it be, or I mean, if you want to go to necessity for God, we can go there, but we're gonna pick a place and we're gonna stick the landing. Like we're gonna stay there. We're not jumping around.
Your analogy for my argument is dumb, because you're saying if I wrote a book that nobody has ever written, does it mean that it's a miracle? And I don't believe that. I'm saying the linguistic miracle is there's a distinction between writing any random book and writing the.
Okay. Provide the linguistic miracle.
Loki, no, let's just stick to the proving the necessity of God because it's
you're not going to pivot. Provide one linguistic miracle.
So
one, yeah.
So
one linguistic miracle, yeah. The miracle itself is a linguistic miracle. Non-biased scholars agree and historians agree that.
I asked you what the linguistic miracle is, dude.
Yeah, I'm going there if you let me finish.
Just get to the point.
Well, let me just move us to the finish line. I'm very familiar with the Quran.
Have at it.
The claim is that the Quran in its totality is a linguistic miracle. Not that one particular thing in it is. I believe that the claim is that the shortest verse in the Quran could not possibly be written by man because of how perfect it is.
So that's one of this is a part of the linguistic miracle. Yeah.
Right. Well, so the thing is that the totality of the Quran is the linguistic miracle, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So the issue that we're going to run into here is this is a matter of opinion. And that's what it's going to fall down to. I can point you to 30 scholars right now that will tell you that the Quran is not a linguistic miracle and it is
Yeah,
not
he's
an
going to be
impossible
biased
book.
scholars.
Oh my
I
god.
can
Okay,
point
we
you
can say it
to
right back at you. Biased scholars. There you go.
Yeah, I have non-biased scholars
That's what
who
you're
don't even
claiming.
follow Islam.
Congratulations.
I don't even have. I have
when
scholars who
you
don't even follow Islam or agree.
when you are looking for a non-biased scholar, what are you looking? What is the criteria that you're looking for?
Yes, someone who doesn't even practice Islam or like Christianity, so it's biased position.
That doesn't necessarily
I
make
look.
them not
So
biased.
what scholar that does not practice Islam or Christianity agrees, mind you, they cannot practice Islam or Christianity, agrees that the Quran is a linguistic miracle? Which scholar agrees?
There are a bunch of theist scholars,
Just
even
give
Christian
No,
scholars
Just
no,
agree.
give him.
at. I
Bro,
asked for
this
a
is
name.
dumb. Don't.
You will give me a name or you will shut the fuck up. So, when we're talking about claims, we're talking about specific things. I am asking for a specific person. Give me the name of a specific scholar that agrees the Quran is a linguistic miracle, and where I can find that they say it's a linguistic
I'm gonna
miracle
go to the bathroom.
that is neither a Christian or
Sure.
Muslim.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second so I can pull it up for you.
So you're telling me that you came here with this in mind without a scholar prepared?
Wait. You mind if I pull up the name?
Go ahead. I don't mind. I just want to point out to the audience that this right here is him going to look up to cherry pick an individual who I will look into and more than likely demonstrate is wrong.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's go there.
Well, while we have some dead air, and I'm not trying to distract you when I say this, it's just for the sake of the live. While we have some dead air, I'm going to quickly suggest to everyone, let's tap the screen. Remember, we tap the screen like the Romans tapped nails into J-Dog. Tap the screen like God came down and tapped Mary. Let's get those numbers up. And let's see.
We can go to F.I. Stained Glass. He has an article on the linguistic miracles of the Quran.
So what is his name again?
F.I. Stained Glass. I have it pulled up if you want. It's literally a linguistic excellence of the Quran, a systemic review.
So linguistic miracles of the Quran review. So okay. Let me find the author because the F.I. Stinglass is not the author. Let's see, where is the author's page? The man put his authorship page at the back. So the author of this is Noman Al-Kai. Now, when I look up this Al-Khan, when I look up this individual, do you believe that he will either be Christian or Muslim, or neither? Oh, amazing! He's an Islamic preacher, so your claim is already thrown out. Congratulations! Thanks for playing.
What?
The individual who wrote this paper the stained glass paper. So Fi stained glass isn't the name of the individual. The thing is that when you go into this, you then look at it and you look at who, because that's an individual who published, right? And that's a publisher. It's not an individual as a whole. You then go down to this thing and you go down to the contacts page. Primary first person in the contacts page is more often than not going to be the author, right? So if we want to say that this isn't the author, we can look at all of these individuals. The person at the top, who is at the top of the contacts page, is Norman Ali Khan. I can't say names, so I apologize. I look him up. The first thing it says about him is that he is an American Islamic preacher. Congratulations. This is not a non-biased source. We can look at the second individual just to make sure. Maybe he had a non-biased understudy. So we go to Mansour Emanuel. Mansour Emanuel. Yes, he is. Another Islamic preacher. So yes, you have now demonstrated that you don't know what a non-biased source is. Would you like to try again to find a non-biased source, or would you like to just admit that you do not have one?
Sure, wait.
If you don't have one, there isn't shame in it, right? So for example, right, if I said that the current understanding of cosmology is that energy is more akin to temperature than it is to a physical thing. I remember that as something I heard, but I couldn't tell you who told me that or where I got that information from. I would have to look it up, as we're doing right now. And I'm sure eventually I could find it because it's been a while, but I recall it sharply in my mind, right? But the thing is that just because you can't find it doesn't mean it's not there, but it means that your argument can currently not be backed. And this is me giving the most charitable interpretation possible, just so you're aware. Lots of dead air, Cody. Sorry, I sent him on a research journey.
Oh. Well, he's not off the app.
Give me a second. My family called me.
Well, we don't really have very much time.
Yeah.
If you have to take a phone call. Okay.
Sorry about that.
All good. What is up, smack that all on the floor?
Hello?
How diddly do? How the fuck are you?
Good, yourself?
Doing okay. You over the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
Which religion do you follow? That is a massive delay.
The libertarian Presbyterian libertarian.
Do you
hello?
know? There's a massive delay. I'm sorry.
To ask you a question.
It's like a 4-second delay. We can't do that. Orthodox Junior. What's up, Orthodox?
Yo, what's up?
Oh, shit. Is there really another delay? Damn it.
No, wait.
He is lagging. I'm not catching a delay, though.
Tell me when you hear this.
Hello, can you hear me? I went near to my internet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yo,
I can hear you, but Cody seems to be having a major delay.
Yeah, you two talk.
Should I have a discussion with you?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you. So I just want to ask about. I think like you did this for a long time, so I don't know if there's an argument you haven't heard yet, but I just want to ask you about the Thomistic argument of Thomas Aquinas.
Oh, a background about me. I grew up deeply Catholic, so I know a bit about Thomas Aquinas.
Should I explain it?
But yeah, go ahead and explain it. I may not remember it off the top of my head, so an explanation would help out.
Yeah, so basically his argument was about theologia, everything having potentiality to change, meaning okay, I'm sorry, I have a blackout. Everything that has potentiality to change needs a cause to actualize the change. Basically the argument.
So it would be a version of the first cause argument, right? Because in order to have change, there has to be something to actualize the change, and so there has to be an ultimate changer.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, okay, but I would just say that it appears based off of modern cosmology that is just the universe.
Can you further elaborate so I understand you better?
Yeah. Our most recent understanding of cosmology is it doesn't appear that time had a beginning, right? There's some nuance to that, of course. Like there's nuance to all things, but it appears though as though that time, as we understand it, didn't have a beginning. It had a change in the way things worked, which points us to when we follow other lines of reasoning, things such as energy. The first law of thermodynamics: energy cannot be created or destroyed. So it's logical to conclude that there's no point where energy was created either. And so, following this line, we can say that these things seem to be eternal.
Is that position basically infinite regress of the universe?
Similar. It would be, it would essentially be an infinite chain of time, which is yes, infinite regress, but infinite regress assumes like a circular regress in some arguments of it. This would just assume an eternal line.
What do you mean by eternal line?
Okay, I want to state something really quick. So, if time is just a concept that we made up for changes in actions of past, present, and future, right? Just movement, basically. Then before the expansion of space, why are you saying that there was anything before that?
Yeah, because there had to be a cause to actualize the change.
No. Well, the cause would be energy. That's why the expansion started, was dark energy. But if there's no... So time is just a construct, right? A concept that describes differences in causal relations. Okay? So like Einstein said it with the formula of like... let's see if I can remember it off the top of my head. Velocity, distance, and speed. No, that would be velocity. What is it? Velocity, distance, and what? It's E equals mc squared. The time thing did not need to be created. It wasn't created. Time is the product of the expansion.
So there was a point of time where expansion.
There was a Planck time. There was like a 0.0000001 time. But in that is the hot dense state. All of the universe, all the ingredients for everything that we have in a hot dense state. Energy
what do you mean
is
by
in
Planck
motion.
time?
Planck, Planck. So zero. It's like time equals zero. It's the closest thing to time equals zero. It's the closest thing to that we've been able to observe. So what you're talking about with potential is just going to be energy. Okay, energy existed. The possibility of change existed. Yes, the cause for the change is going to be energy in motion. Nothing had to put it in motion, though. That's what you're forgetting, is things in motion stay in motion until an external cause stops it. And something not in motion has to be started. So if it's already in motion, it doesn't need to be started. That's where this is getting weird.
Is time a measurement of change?
Yeah.
Would you say like there was a point of time, there was
always change.
Always.
Yeah, energy, brother. Its default state is motion. It was always moving. It was always transferring.
You said there was a point. There was a point where there was no time.
Nope.
I thought that what you said. Can you explain it again so I get it in my head so I understand it better?
I'm honestly too ignorant to be able to simplify it anymore. To simplify it is to the absolute best of my abilities. Planck time is what, 0.00000 something. Okay, it's not necessarily no such thing as time, because there was energy in the hot dense state. Energy's default state is motion. It was always doing something. Why is that impossible to believe when we have evidence thanks to CMB radiation of its truthfulness? But what is possible to believe is zero evidence for a divine hand making something do something from nothing.
Is energy an operation of an act?
What?
Is energy an operation of an act?
Is energy an operation meaning?
Meaning oh my days. I don't know how to simplify
I mean, there's
it.
different definitions of energy we can use. We can talk about actual energy, like kinetic or thermal, or we can talk about the potential of movement or the potential of action. So like we could talk about those two things. The potential of action is due to the potential of the energy already existing and always transferring, because it cannot be created. It's the first law of thermodynamics. The law of conservation of energy shows us that energy never goes up or down. It's always at the same point. It's never being created and it's never being destroyed. So the potential of energy always existed because energy exists. As long as energy, kinetic, thermal, etc. exists, there's always a potential of transfer or change, because that's what energy does. It doesn't get created, it doesn't get destroyed, but it does transform. It does transfer into other energies, which is the expansion of the universe. It was able to expand and slowly, or extremely fucking quickly, emerge all these other properties, like matter, for instance, is an emergent property that allows for everything here to be. So it's like, you just saying you don't understand it, therefore God must have done it, is just stupid. I don't understand it, but that doesn't mean a unicorn did it.
I never claimed it. But yeah, so basically, I tried to explain by energy being operation of an act, right? Is it going to be more of the
simplify that.
Second one? Oh my, I don't know how to simplify it.
I know. We're both arguing from ignorance on a very complex topic that neither of us are studied on. The only thing that I can tell you in my ignorance is the first law of thermodynamics, which is demonstrated by the law of conservation of energy through the demonstration of all the energy that we could observe, test, and the mathematics and physics behind it, with the logic accepting it as true and granting its truthfulness and soundfulness, states that energy cannot be created. So why would I believe it was created?
Yeah, okay. Like, I could ask you to simplify it, but...
Let's just simplify. Energy can't be created. Why do you believe it was created?
Why I believe? Hello?
Yeah, energy can't be created. So why do you believe it was created?
I'm sorry. I believe energy is an operation of an act.
Dude, you can't even define what that means.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to simplify it, but
right, because you're reading from a script. Can energy be created?
No, I'm eating.
Can energy be created?
Yeah, like in Eastern Orthodox theology, energy was never created in the sense of...
This is science, dude. The Bible's not going to help you.
Yeah, you're asking about my theology, right?
No. we're talking about science right now. You're talking about the universe. You're talking about the material things that exist, the existence of all that is. We are not talking about your Bible right now. You brought up all these things that God supposedly did in the material world. Well, this happens to be in the realm of science, so you need to provide a scientific explanation for it. Your Bible is not going to help you with that because the Bible is just fucking stupid.
Yeah, come on, brother. Be respectful.
No, fuck you.
The thing here is we can be respectful of you without being respectful of your
Yeah,
beliefs,
you're
right?
cool. But the Bible, come on, dude. I don't believe in fairy tales, so I don't have to respect it.
Like I am very respectful of Christians in most cases when they're being respectful of me. But last year, during the Satanic Conference, I joined a blasphemy challenge. Right, I don't have to respect the religion to respect the individual. But like the thing that's going to pop up here is I understand that energy seems to be act in motion, but because it cannot be created or destroyed, we can demonstrate with that it appears to be eternal. And especially with the fact that we now know that the time model of the universe also appears to be eternal, it's logically consistent.
Yeah, and it is the act in motion. Energy is the cause of motion. Energy causes things. It's the default state of the universe. The universe is in motion. You assuming that it had to have been put there is the presupposing problem that you have. It's a God of the gaps fallacy.
I think my biggest problem with it is it's not even a hard God of the gaps fallacy to like tear apart. Like I like when we have hard God of the gaps fallacies because I feel like I can bite into them, you know?
Yeah, this one doesn't cause you to think at all.
Yeah.
Did you have anything to add, Orthodox? It looks like you're not on the app. Okay.
You know,
We'll move on.
I'll give him credit though. I'll give him credit. That is the most respectful Orthodox person I've spoken with in weeks.
That was pretty decent. I'm not sad about that conversation.
Yeah. It certainly didn't go anywhere, which to be expected.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was the most respectful one I've had.
You tried.
Someone of that persuasion.
All right. Let's see if we have anyone on YouTube. Nope. All right. We're going to get up Elvis. See, now you ain't, and hear me out, brother. Just hear me out. You know, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You over the age of 18, brother?
What's your name? What's your name?
Are you over the age of 18, brother?
What's your name?
Dude.
So,
Is
Elvis, you may be new to TikTok.
All right.
You may be new to TikTok. We have to ask your age before we continue.
What's your name? Please.
Well, Elvis, take a breath. Oh, I'm trying to be.
What's up,
patient,
Nav?
but there's
My name is
something-
Evidence First. You're on my channel. Thank you for watching. Are you over the age of 18?
Yes, I'm over the age of 18.
All right. Which religion do you follow?
In the Christian religion.
Okay, what you got for me today?
So I was an atheist.
I don't care.
Yeah, I was a Christian.
Yeah. Well, I was Christian first and then atheist. And then not strictly Christian, but I definitely believe there is a God. So if you're asking for evidence for God, I'll say this. They have the technology to measure the spirit, and we know that the spirit has been proven.
Okay, where's the study for this, right? So if they have a technique to measure the spirit, we should have a study for it. So what is the PMID of that study?
Well, the thing about it, it's not public. It is more.
Okay, so which website is it on? Because
I
I'm
can.
a scholar. Well, hold up. I'm a scholar. I happen to I have a doctorate. I have access to most of the non-public websites, and the ones that I don't, I can use funds to gain access to. Which website is it on?
All right. And
I've got an even simpler question. What tool?
you ever heard of Curlian photography?
Photography proves a spirit?
Photography.
What's this?
Right.
What's this
so
called?
This is done mainly in Russia.
Oh,
They
didn't
were
ask.
using
What I asked you was,
devices,
what's it called?
high frequency filtering. I can't describe the
High
technique, but the
frequency
technique,
filtering
right?
photography
It
proving
basically uses
spirits.
high voltage.
I don't care. I didn't ask you. Shut up for a second. I'm looking this up. I don't give a fuck about your anecdote.
So
You'd look up Curlian photography.
Curlian. How do I spell that?
Kirlian.
Curlian photography. Yeah, let's see. All right. Curlian photography is a collection of photographic techniques used to capture the phenomenon of electrical coronal discharges. Okay, so it's showing electrical discharge. Where's the spirit?
Well, it goes deeper than that, actually. If you actually see the research and how they define the
Wonderful.
energy,
Explain.
that they're
Okay, define energy. So you're just redefining energy as a spirit, therefore spirits exist? That's stupid.
No, that's it. Before we use the word energy and consciousness today, we were using the word spirit, and we're still talking about the same thing.
So you just conflate
We
energy
just
and
use-
spirit as the exact same fucking thing. That's stupid. So spirits don't exist, energy does. We have new information today in regards to the history. So what they were saying 1,000 years ago, or whatever the fuck they said this, they're fucking wrong. Sorry to tell you that, but science is always learning, science is always evolving, and science is self-critiquing. So it will correct itself. So yeah, spirits don't exist. What scientific tool proves a spirit?
And science.
So what
are
scientific
saying
tool
that
proves a
we can
spirit?
take the human
What
being-
scientific tool proves
They're
a spirit? Shut up. Learn to listen. What scientific tool proves a spirit?
It's not a tool, it's a technique.
What's the
It's how to
technique?
place
Are you still talking
consciousness.
about the photography?
No.
Good
It's how
boy.
to place consciousness.
Consciousness
on a
is an emergent property from the brain, and being able to upload code into a computer doesn't mean anything about God. It also doesn't prove anything about a spirit.
They can take your consciousness and place it
No,
on
they
a
can't.
computer,
They did it with
which
one
will
creature.
to death.
No, they did one creature. They have not done that to a human being, so don't make assumptions like
They
that.
have done this with human beings.
Here, let's look
They
this up,
have.
buddy. What human being's consciousness was uploaded to a computer? Have you ever done research before in your life?
That's how I learned about it.
Mind uploading. Whole brain emulation is a speculative topic.
You're reading one source.
Speculative.
What's your source?
In neuroscience, computer science, and philosophy,
you
it
had
involves
an
creating a
open
digital
mind-
copy, blah, 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 digitally without a biological, blah, blah, blah. Where is it at? Who did it? Let's look at... Ooh, this is a good source. Let's use National Library of Medicine. Oh, yeah, no, this isn't saying anyone did it. It's saying, is it possible? So, do you have any source showing that a human being and his consciousness or her consciousness was uploaded to a fucking computer?
Yes.
Okay, what's the source?
So-
Tell me the peer review paper.
So the first people that will be doing this.
Tell
will
me
be
the peer
Elon
review
Musk.
paper. Neuralink is not uploading your consciousness onto a computer, dumbnut.
No, not Neuralink. I'm saying that this right. No, that's where it is.
Yeah, Elon Musk has not uploaded
very
a human consciousness into a computer. I asked you specifically, show me a scientifically peer-reviewed study that shows a human consciousness uploaded
They
to a
haven't
computer.
done it yet.
Yeah, no shit, that's what I said before. So now you're a liar.
Publicly.
All right,
No,
so they haven't done it.
Done it yet publicly.
Yeah, how do you know they did it privately? If they did it privately, you wouldn't know about it. Therefore, they haven't done it at all.
If you keep contradicting me, how are you going to learn something new?
I am contradicting you because you're wrong, and you're contradicting yourself against reality. I am bringing up reality, and you are talking about your fucking imagination, and your imagination
So
is
you're
being
saying that
contradicted
humans
by
will never-
reality.
You're
Did I
saying
say that?
humans
Did
will
I say
never-
that? Did I say that? Did I say that?
So you, cause you can't.
Did I
know
say
the
that?
future.
Did I say that? No, what I said is they haven't done it. Dumb nut. Pay attention to words and do not try to gaslight me. I did not say that. Hey, I'm going to shut you up since you're incapable of shutting up. I did not say that. Do not gaslight me on my own show. I have a mute button. It's very beautiful. And if I have to mute you and explain my own position because you're trying to gaslight me, I'm going to call you the absolute fuck out and put you in a corner like a good little boy. I did not say that. What I said was provide me a peer-reviewed study that shows a human consciousness being uploaded to a computer. You were incapable. And now you're putting words in my mouth saying that I said we will never be able to do it. Untrue. Our first argument was prove that the spirit exists, and you said that they put human consciousness into a fucking computer. That has nothing to do with a spirit. So, would you like to go back to that, or would you like to drop? Because I would love to see your evidence for a fucking soul, and you have not provided any. You are a absolute waste of my good oxygen. The trees are working very hard for it to be wasted on you. Oh, he dropped. Cry, run, baby, run. Run, boy, run. Run, Forrest.
I feel like this is my fault because earlier I asked for us to get one that was as crazy
You
as
did.
the.
You did.
Yeah, I stumbled into this one.
That was certainly something. All right. I would like for you to take one. So I'm going to get the next guy up and I'm going to shut the hell up.
Yo, what's up, man?
You're not much, man. Can we get your age by chance?
I'm guessing you have to be 18 plus to be on here, right?
You do.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for wasting.
Yeah.
Very good on you for honesty, brother.
Hell yeah. Appreciate the honesty. I'm going to let you know right now. We like that a lot more than we like dishonesty.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, can we get your age for TikTok terms of service?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Heck yeah. What religion do you follow?
Christianity.
Oh, and just a bonus question. What flavor of Christian are you?
Flavor? Yeah, I would say just non-denominational.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. All right. So the question on the board is, why should I believe in your God?
Yeah. Just kind of ran up on here. I normally don't do this, so I'm just gonna go off the top of the dome. But yeah, I would say you should believe in the Christian God. Really, just if you don't mind, I kind of go into like just existential type of topics. I've always been interested in that type of stuff since I was a kid. Like kind of like how did we get here? Who made this stuff? And usually atheists mostly say the Big Bang. That's really it, to be honest. Like in all the topics of this whole entire thing, it's either the Big Bang or God, or we don't know.
You're in luck. I have some training in cosmology. I'm an evolutionary biologist by trade, and I have more than my fair share of training in early life science. It isn't sufficient to call myself a professional, but I would say I know early life science very well.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So I would just say, so I would just say God is the only probable and like consistent view other than the Big Bang. Just being like, I don't know, you think of the whole entire universe, and this is kind of like my case in my argument. You think the whole entire universe, the way that oxygen, we're able to breathe oxygen, we're able to actually live and function and not just get ran by these creatures, lions, and just like completely just collapse in one day. Everything is so fine tuned and perfectly capable of us, for us to live. And, all the other planets, no life that we know of at least is living on any of those. And Earth is perfectly, completely aligned and allows us to live. And I think that just the actual just percentage of this being able to work out is so precise and is so fine-tuned. I don't see any way how a random chemical bomb could create human life and allow us to love each other and be able to have relationships and have these types of conversations like we're having right now. It makes no sense to me, and I believe that's why there's a God.
Okay. I think that's a great starting point. What I so let me actually where I would start at in this particular thing is first off, it wasn't a random chemical bomb. Like obviously that's not the case. Second off, do you believe that the planet was finely tuned for human life?
Yeah, I do. I would say so. Yeah.
Then why can we only live in about if we're being reasonable, right? If we're being reasonable, about 15% of the planet. Why is only 15% of the planet seem to be inhabitable for us?
Well, with that, I would just go into it would start going into like the actual view of the Bible, right? And how God originally created us for us to live. God, when he made us in our living place, he didn't intend for only 15% of the place to be livable. That wasn't his intention from the jump.
Can I ask? I'm so sorry to cut you off. Can I ask a question? What shape is the Earth?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you, man.
God damn it! All right.
So what you're saying is God intended for us to have gills?
Wait, say that again?
Did God intend for us to have gills?
He intended us to, I'm not really sure what you mean by that, but he intended us to have a human body, a brain, eyes, stuff like that, yeah.
Well, the biggest part of the planet that's uninhabitable for humans is the oceans. So, like, when we count the depth of the oceans and stuff like that, that's going to be the biggest portion of the planet that's hospitable to us.
I have another question as well. If you walked into the Amazon forest, how likely are you to survive for the next 30 years? Just you.
Just me if I were to go into the Amazon forest. Depends how long I have to prepare to live in there. But
you go right now with nothing. You go now in your nakedness.
Right now.
Yeah, butt ass naked in your absolute truest form. You go into the Amazon forest right now. No shoes, no socks, no shirt, no nothing. You are butt ass fucking naked, and you go into the Amazon forest. How long are you surviving? I wouldn't. I would die.
No more than a week, bro.
Oh man, that's kind of crazy. It's almost like the terrain in the world is not fucking made for you. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to piggyback, just a little piggyback on that point.
You mean just to pivot?
No, piggyback. Don't put words in my mouth like the other guy did to you the last call, right?
Well, if you're pivoting or backpedaling, if you're backpedaling to redefine fine-tuning, even though we specifically asked you fine-tuning, do you mean that it was designed for us specifically, of which you agreed with a yes, which would mean that we could go anywhere on this planet because it is specifically designed for our survival as human beings, but yet you agree that going in your butt-ass nakedness in your natural form, of which God created for it to be tuned for your survival specifically, and you would die immediately, it's not fine-tuned. So yeah, you would be backpedaling or pivoting. Either one, I don't know.
I didn't even actually respond, so you can't.
You didn't need to provide a response. I do know exactly what you're about to do. So what's your response to it?
Okay, yeah, so let me respond now, actually. So my response to that would be basically what I said the first time, right? Which would be that God's main intention when he created the world wasn't for us to live in a place where it would be 15% inhabitable. It would be for a time where...
No, your claim is that the universe and Earth specifically is fine-tuned for humans to survive.
100%.
Yet it kills you.
So what the thing is that, again, you're missing
I think you kind of have a little misconception, but go on.
I know you do. It's okay. We'll teach you.
The ocean itself is going to be
where most of our hanging down from the ceiling.
There isn't, like, unless this God wanted us to have gills, the concept that, like, this planet is fine-tuned for us is an ignorant concept, because it's...
I can understand that point of view, yeah.
So you would understand where we're standing at right now. Fine-tuning does not seem to be a logical argument. The thing is that it contradicts what we understand about the world that we live in, and even contradicts what we would understand about a probable world in which we grant that there was a perfect Eden, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we grant, for example, that there was a perfect world where no animals were supposed to eat each other, which is ridiculous, right?
Which would be the Garden of Eden. Which would be the garden, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, which is ridiculous, first off.
Why?
But, like, well, because we understand why carnivores eat what they eat. Like, it isn't a trait in which could have popped out of nowhere. It's an evolved trait.
Yeah, you guys have this weird belief that everything just popped into existence from nothingness. It's kind of crazy to believe in.
That's kind of pivoting, but to his other point, I mean,
yeah, no, I'm 100% just making fun of you.
No, it's all good, but I can take that off my chin and wipe it off with a little napkin, but no need to get disrespectful.
Ooh, that sounds hot.
Bro, are you even trying to have an actual mature conversation or make both sides?
I'm not. Rafis is.
Well, Kyle, I would.
You brought up fine tuning, and my brain immediately went fucking fool. So
yeah, I understand. That's what happens with most atheists. I understand. Go
oh,
on.
Well, you have to understand that the people who generally promote the fine tuning argument are people who are making an argument from ignorance fallacy. You haven't done one inherently yet.
You also don't know what shape the Earth is, so yeah, I don't take you serious at all.
Yeah. I would say, okay, no, to actually answer that question though, because I don't want to give an answer I'm not really sure, like knowledgeable on. I would believe it's it's like, I would say a globe. I would say a little globe shape, right?
Heck yeah. Yeah.
I'm not too knowledgeable in the Bible. I mean, I just started. I would say a globe for right now. Is that fair?
That is very good. I'm very proud of you, actually. Yes. The Bible also.
Right, so
I don't want to pivot. I'm just trying to state why I'm acting the way I am.
So I'll say this, right? What you just said there is an interesting statement.
What was that? Like my statement?
Yeah. So the statement you said is that you would believe that it's a globe, but you aren't too knowledgeable on the Bible. Which
that's like super honesty right there.
Yeah,
super honesty.
No, and I don't want to rip you apart for it, but I will say that this puts me in a position where I have to look at your arguments a little differently, right?
Right.
Because it's clear that you're putting the cart before the horse, right? You are looking for things that you are changing your worldview to match the Bible instead of taking the worldview in which we can demonstrate and seeing if it matches the Bible.
Right. Just to clarify what you said, just to not as a straw man or steel man, what you said. Yes, I am taking my worldview and I am trying to see if it aligns with the Bible because that's what I believe to be the truth about everything. Correct.
Yeah, and so there are people. So there's a famous geologist, one of the most famous geologists is, geologists. Wow. He
Still better than Trump's acetaminophen.
Yeah. He was trained by one of he actually was brought into the field by Gawkins, not
Dawkins, Gawkins. That's an interesting name, but carry on.
I don't think it was. No, it's not Dawkins. It's something with a G that kind of sounds like. Man, I'm sorry, I'm not at my computer at the moment. But
all good.
One of his famous quotes, and I know this quote off the top of my head, is this. It's a poster in my office at work. It's a joke poster I have. The quote is, while science leads me to believe that the earth is in fact billions of years old, I cannot accept that, for the Bible states that the earth was created, that the universe was created in a literal 6 days, and the genealogy points to only 6,000 years.
Yeah.
Now, he was honest in the way that he said all of the evidence and what we can conclude points to it being billions of years, but he said that he would refuse to believe that. And that's where I get caught up, right? This feels like a similar thing to what you're doing.
I understand how you thought of that quote and kind of related it to this conversation. That makes complete sense. I totally just understand that. So just to your main point would just kind of be what you basically said earlier is how what you think I'm doing is basically trying to align my worldview with the Bible and judge it by the Bible, live by the Bible, think by the Bible, correct?
I would say that it appears as if you are ignoring other sources and following the Bible. I think the ignoring other sources part is an important clarification.
Okay, then off the top of your head, maybe rattle off like one source other than the Bible where we can get the accurate information on this type of conversations. Other than
Google Scholar,
like a scholar quote.
Oxford, Harvard, Pew Review.
So colleges, gotcha.
Yeah, the people that do the research, biblical scholars, secular scholars, scholars in philosophy, like there's thousands of fucking sources.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. There's a plethora amount of sources. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we don't care about what the source is. We care about what evidence is provided in the source.
Yeah.
Evidence in the source. Same thing with the Bible. I kind of go piggyback to your point, same
So
thing evidence in the
the
Bible,
problem
right?
with that, brother, is the first sentence in the Bible denies all the evidence that we have. For instance, it says in Genesis 1:1, God created the heavens and the earth. What the fuck is a heavens? There's many interpretations for that, meaning literal places, like spiritual places, like a spiritual heaven. And then there's also interpretations of different types of heavens. You have the sky, space, and then the heaven where God resides. So that's
Do you happen to
interpretive.
know? Sorry to cut you off.
You're good.
Do you? I don't know, but do you happen to know like the Greek word for heavens in that?
Yeah, the actual word is going to be meaning heavens, which are places like the sky, space, and then an actual heaven.
Well, so yeah, I would agree that God made the skies
So-
if we're going by the actual.
Right. So
Yeah.
the
In Genesis, it would be Hebrew.
it would
Sorry.
be Hebrew. Greek is New Testament. But it was all spoken in Aramaic. But when it comes to Genesis, it specifically says Earth was created, and then in Genesis day 4, which is 1:14, it's going to say that the sun, moon, and stars were created, which we know is factually incorrect. It also says that rabbits chew cud. It says 2 people existed 6,000 years ago. It says that 2 people made 8 billion people. That runs into bottlenecking problems. It says that the earth is flat. It says there is a literal firmament over the sky separating the waters from the waters. It says that the entire earth was flooded. It says that snakes can talk. It says donkeys can talk. Like, it says all these random things. It says that a man can turn water into wine. It says that a man can walk on water and come back from the dead. There are so many things that all the evidence justifies not true. Like, there was no global flood. Why are fossils on mountains? That's because of tectonic plate movement, because mountains started out at the bottom of the sea level. They started at sea level. And then tectonic plate movement allows it to, it starts out like that, and then it starts to like fold in on itself and push up. Okay, so there's like different types of tectonic plate movements, and then that's also like volcanoes and whatnot.
I think we were on a pretty like single point by single point conversation, and then you kind of like to rattle off. It's fine. But
Well, no, I'm just stating if you want to base everything off of the Bible, you're going to get into a lot of incorrect things because the Bible is completely false about all of reality.
I see that point of view. Well, yeah. So I mean, I know you just kind of rattled off a lot of things, but I would just say, I think the scholars that you go by, I think we kind of, just to kind of go back to that point, I kind of go by the Bible, you go by the scholars who actually
No, I go by the evidence.
The evidence that the scholars
For instance, your God created the universe, correct?
Yes, my God created the universe.
Okay, so this runs into one very massive problem. The Big Bang Theory. How do we have the Big Bang Theory should be the next question. Why do we believe the Big Bang Theory? We have something called cosmic...
And you do, correct?
Yes.
Or no?
We have something called cosmic microwave background radiation, which we can observe to this day, and it shows that the radiation heat signatures of the universe, and we can see with the different heat signatures how old this one is from this one, and it all leads to one little area, and we call that the hot dense state. It's where the universe came from. So we're not saying that the Big Bang Theory was coined Big Bang by another cosmologist that wanted to discredit it. It was not an explosion. What it was is simply the universe existed in a hot dense state, and then it expanded 13.8 billion years ago. Why? Well, dark energy or dark matter is one of the biggest reasons that it started expanding, and it still is expanding to this day. We are in
so
the
so
Big
it's
Bang
always
Theory.
existed, but it always existed, but in your point of view, it always existed, but then it expanded.
Well, no, we know it existed because cosmic microwave background radiation. We can see that it was in a hot dense state. There's no evidence of any God making it, but we do have evidence of it existing.
Maybe this is kind of, would you say that, I think my point of view, if I were to go with that, point that you just brought up, I would almost say that dense state would be God.
You
right?
could claim that a God
expanded
made
the
it,
world.
but there's no justification to say that.
Well, I'm using actually your point here. I'm saying that, and I'm not too knowledgeable in this, but I would say to you right now that since you've always said that this state has always existed and then it expanded, I would say to counter that, God would be that state, and God has always existed, and then God expanded the whole entire world.
That runs into contradictions of just the meanings of the definitions, because God, capital G, is going to be an all-powerful triomni creator of the universe. When it comes to gods, lowercase g, plural s, that's going to be divine, intelligent agencies or beings.
Well,
so
I would say just
energy
capital
is
G
not.
God.
Energy is not that God, and the hot dense state was that of energy. And energy, we know, thanks to the law of conservation of energy, cannot be created. So why in the world would I believe it was created, even though a book
Well, like,
written
for
2,000
example,
years
right?
ago says so?
I think God created the state, right? That's what I said.
Well, brother, think
Or
about that
God
critically.
is a state. God is a state. I'm
Let's
sorry.
think about this
So
critically, brother.
God, I am. Trust me. I
A
was going to say
book,
something, but you can go.
I know, but a book written 2,000 years ago says that the
Yep.
universe was created. We know that energy cannot be created. No evidence justifies this book as true at all. That's the equivalent
Unless
of...
you're talking about God, an all-powerful being. Unless,
that's
yeah,
not even
correct.
possible. If God is all-powerful, can he create a rock too heavy to lift? It's a paradox. If yes,
so you're
he's
going
not
into
all-powerful.
logic. That's a difference. I like it. I like it. That's fine. God cannot do things that are illogically impossible. But then we would have to go into what is.
Well, then he
illogically
can't
impossible,
create
right?
anything because God transcends time, and time is required for cause and effect. So therefore, God could not have had any causal relation with the universe at all. So 100% of all arguments for God are illogical, and then there's absolutely zero evidence justifying any of the claims at all.
Yeah, no, I would say that God is a creator of time itself.
You can say
He's
that.
outside of time. That's the huge thing. He's
Yeah,
outside
you can't.
of time.
That's
right?
not possible.
How can I not say God is outside?
How do you have causal relation if there is no time? If cause is a point in time, so God is in a point in time, and then he causes something to be, the universe, creating it through what mechanism only God would know. But he does that without time, therefore there is no causal relation to even be able to be had. So your God, that goes down to special pleading fallacies of, I don't know God's ways are higher than my own, but I know he can do it because it says he can do it. If you didn't have this
wouldn't really
book called
call
the
that-
Bible, you wouldn't believe in this God because it's 100% illogical.
Well,
But you believe in
the
it
word
because
became-
it was
in
spread
the
through
beginning
crusades.
was the word, and the word became flesh, and like so. The
But that's
word was
not true
God,
in and
right?
of
And he came
itself.
into-
In the
he came
beginning was a
into
hot,
humanity.
dense state.
Well, that would be my reasoning.
That's not good reasoning. In the beginning was a hot, dense state, not words. Words are made up by humans. That book was
Right. No, I
written by
understand that
humans.
point.
There's no logic.
I
There's no
understand.
evidence. It's written by humans. 2,000 years ago. They had no
That
clue
were
what they were talking
inspired by
about.
the Holy Spirit.
Supposedly, also written by humans. How do you know that's
Who were
true?
inspired? Yeah, 100%.
It's a
but
claim.
Inspired by the Holy Spirit
So
is the kicker.
they're
right?
claiming that it was inspired by the Holy Spirit. Okay, cool. None of what they
Yeah.
said is true, though. So why would I believe that?
Okay. Maybe what's one thing they said that weren't true? That the ones that were inspired by the Holy Spirit?
What is something they did say is true? Is that what you're asking?
No, something they said that wasn't true. That
Yeah,
the ones
that
that were inspired by the Holy
Earth
Spirit,
is
what did they
older
say
than the
that's not
sun.
true?
In Genesis 1.
Right.
That's
In Genesis
false.
1, the straight beginning, right? And
Yeah, that's false.
I kind of went over with what you said. You said that the Earth was created before the sun. You don't think that's right?
No, we know that's false. We can date the Earth.
Okay. You can date the Earth. Interesting.
The sun
Interesting. You can date the Earth.
helped create, if you want to use the word create. The Earth was created thanks to the gravity of the sun. The Earth is called an oblate spheroid. What happens is a bunch of planetoids, other rocks collide, gravity starts a orbit around something, and then more things collide into it. It forms the shape of it, etc. Those things are what cause planets. It was a natural creation, even though the Bible says, nope, the sun didn't exist, but the Earth did. No evidence justifying that at all. So these divinely inspired words are fucking false. So why would I believe it's divinely inspired?
Right. I would say oh man, there's this quote. It might be by Albert Einstein. It was like science, something about science. Oh man, I remember. I wish I would remember this
Einstein
quote.
didn't believe in God.
And maybe it might not be Einstein, but he said something. It might have been another person.
Einstein
but
actually called it
basically,
childish and foolish to believe in a God.
Yeah, he's just Einstein. It was just a guy that I thought of. I don't put any really. I mean, of course he's a genius, but I don't put any.
Yeah,
insane
that's
value
why
on
we don't
Albert
appeal
Einstein.
to the sources or the scholars themselves. We don't care who says what. We care what is said and
Exactly.
what
I agree.
justifies it.
I agree.
So what we do know is the Bible says something. The evidence justifies that is not true. Therefore, I don't believe it. That's called logic.
Right. Right. No, I 100%. I agree. I agree. Logic is important, but yeah. So I mean, I think we had a pretty good talk so far. But I'm not trying to pivot. If you want to stay on this topic, I will stay on this topic. But
Well, I totally
just
took
to kinda
over
get
from
into-
Ravis. I don't know if Ravis has anything to say.
Yeah. If you want to say something, you can say something. Then obviously I'll
mute up.
Think.
Oh, I mean, like I don't have anything in particular to say. I was just kind of listening, and um, I just I guess I'm in a position where it feels as if we've kind of thoroughly, um, for the sake of argument, I'll say we at least, for as far as we can go, have gutted the, you know, the design, the perfectly designed for humans thing, right? Um, and then kind of like we're now in a position where we're kind of filling those gaps and
Yeah,
understanding
can
a
I
little
further
bit.
add into that? I never got to say this, but I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Oxygen is the reason we age and die, brother. The sun gives you cancer. Every plant, every animal wants to kill you. This world is not designed for us, but we evolved to survive it. And we have evidence for that too. Fossils, DNA, embryology, and many other evidences.
So I would say to that, God actually never intended us to die, right? He wanted us to actually have eternity, live forever, never go through
No, but
sickness,
he did.
never go through. He didn't want us to stub our toe on a doorknob, like stuff, not
Well,
doorknob, but like a door. You know,
who created the universe?
created the universe, it would be God, right?
Who created man?
Created man, it would be God.
Who created Lucifer?
God.
Who allowed Lucifer, with his all-knowing power, knowing he would do everything he did, who allowed Lucifer to supposedly help people do sins?
I would say he made that own choice.
I said allowed.
Well, that would be just kind of like a false presumption. He actually made that own choice.
Did God allow it?
Did God allow it? God basically didn't really have a say in his own free will choice.
So he allowed it?
He couldn't do anything about it because it was his own free will choice. It's not in
So God's not all
nature
powerful?
to remove. So it's not in God's nature to actually
Yeah,
make
so
us
God's not all
robots.
powerful.
That's
And we
wrong.
weren't
So
robots
it's not
before the
in
fall.
God's nature to have us.
Did Adam and Eve
right?
have the free will to choose to eat the apple before the fall?
Real quick, it's not in God's nature to take away our free will. But what was your question?
Okay, I've got two thoughts. A, that means he's not all powerful. B, did we have free will before the fall?
Did we have free? Yeah, we 100% had free will before the fall.
Okay, so before the fall, we still had free will of right and wrong, right? So, like, the fall does not take away free will, and prior to the fall does not take away free will. So,
yeah, so prior to the fall, we had free will. After the fall, still have free will, correct?
yeah.
Yeah. So, what's really your point?
Okay, so
I don't get it.
A, also, when it comes to Lucifer, God is either not all powerful or he allowed it.
So you're saying that just because we have free will doesn't make God all powerful?
No, you saying he's not capable of stopping something means he's not all powerful.
Well,
he's not capable of doing something, therefore he's not all powerful. Do you agree with this logic, yes or no?
It would have, okay, so I would say that just because he allows us to have free will, I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but go back to the point, just because he allows us to have free will, to act on our own rights, to make our own decisions, he allows us out of love. No, I don't think that means
That's
he's not
all the argument was, that he allowed it, and you said no. So he allowed Lucifer to do everything after creating him, correct?
Yeah, so we're going back to the main point. It's not really in his nature to take away our free will, right?
So he allowed it.
He couldn't really. I would say he.
All right, I give up, Ravis. All you.
Honestly, yeah, no, I would say he definitely he didn't. It's not a matter of talking about allowing, right? We're talking about God's nature, and God's nature, in of itself, has us the ability to have free will, to make our yes or no choices, to make decisions, to think our own thoughts, stuff like that. So and that kind of completely stumps your whole entire argument, because with dealing with what I just said, you can't really piggyback on it. That's what I would say.
So then God can not do something that's against his nature.
Correct.
How is he all powerful if something against his nature is not something he's capable of?
Because he has a specific nature. Like, it's not, like, for example, it's not in his nature to die. It's not in his in his nature to lie. He can't lie. God only says the truth. So these are things that are in his nature, right? And part of his nature is allowing us to have free will. And in allowing us to have our free will, we can make the choice to represent or be similar to Lucifer, who had pride and went against God and stuff like that.
So he's never taken away anyone's free will then?
Yeah, no, he will not take away your free will, my free will, anyone's free will.
Do you happen to have a Bible in front of you?
I do not.
Well, I will pull it up myself then. Sorry, just wanted to make sure I was getting the right verse. So it's specifically here in Exodus, right? God hardens the heart of Pharaoh so that Pharaoh can no longer make so Pharaoh decides that he wants to set the Hebrew people free, right? But instead of allowing that to happen, God hardens his heart and makes him so he cannot make that decision anymore. And it specifically states when we go to Exodus 7, 13, and he hardened the heart of Pharaoh, that he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord said. And the Lord said unto Moses, the Pharaoh's heart is hardened, he refuseth to let the people go. Get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning, you goeth unto the water, and the point here is
right.
He hardened his heart, so that is going against his free will.
So you're saying that God influenced his decision there, is that right?
Well, it literally says in the word that he hardened his heart so that he would not free the slaves.
It's just a clarifying question. I'm just making sure, right?
Well, it would be a little more than influence. It would be directly going against his free will.
It literally says, I took away.
Yeah. I took away. Okay, yeah, you took away his. I think I don't remember exactly what you said, but I think it was just like God hardened his heart so that the Pharaoh could not make the decision he initially wanted to make, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So the point here is the verse earlier. It talks about the Pharaoh just trying to make the decision, and then God says, "No, I've hardened his heart." You know.
Right. So yeah, again, will be my second time just being completely honest. I am not familiar with that scripture. I'm sure there's
Yeah. Here, I've got something. I've got to head out, which means that I need to end the stream. But
too,
I do
actually.
enjoy talking with you. I would love to continue this going on forward. I thought you were just an absolute troll at the beginning, but you earned my respect, and I appreciate you being patient with my douchebagness. I appreciate you hopping up and asking these questions. I would absolutely love, and I know Ravis would love to go more in depth on it way later, especially evolution. Ravis could make so much more sense to you. Whether God exists or not, evolution is true. God can exist and evolution still be true. God can exist and the earth still be like, so these facts do not take away from God's existence necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I'm an evolutionary biologist, right?
Right.
This is what I do for work. I have a doctorate in the field. I have spent so much time in this, right? And I'm not telling you to believe it right now because I say believe it, but the person who trained me, like the person who is the reason I am so I have the job I have today.
Passionate about
it. And he was a devout Catholic. He swore up and down that evolution is proof of God's design.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can absolutely. So scientific theories are not guesses or assumptions. That's actually the verb of theory, to theorize. Scientific theories are facts, basically. It's the closest thing to a fact we can have. So the Big Bang Theory is true, with or without God. God could have created the Big Bang Theory, sure. God could have created evolution, sure. All these theories are true. Germs are a theory, and gravity is a theory. So if you don't believe in theories, you shouldn't believe in them either. They're just facts.
Right. No, I get that, bro. 100%.
Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Lastly, I'll just say, it was, I don't really care. I talked to many atheists, and I'm not saying all atheists are douchebags. That's the last thing I'm going to say.
I'm definitely a douchebag.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was a douchebag, I don't know, fucking last Tuesday. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just, it makes sense, bro. I would just say, you know, I'll pray for you guys, and you know, just continue this conversation like you said.
Yeah, man. May Odin bless you. You have yourself a good day, brother. I don't think he caught that. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to go live a little bit later. I'm just going to run to the store while I have a chance. That way I can get some food and whatnot. But we'll be going live again later, probably when Blitz is actually done, so I can get some actual people in here. It's really stupid whenever I go live during other people's streams.
I'm gonna pass out because I have exactly 6 hours to sleep before work.
Oh shit, yeah, you need to go to sleep. So I appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate you, Ravis, for taking the time. You guys all have a good day, and I'll see you a little bit later. Same for you, YouTube. Love and appreciate all of you. You mods are absolutely awesome. I'll see you guys later.